Hello.
Work?
Yes, we're good. We're on. We're going. Welcome to our Hot Ones Challenge. We are No Quest for the Wicked. We are a Starfinder actual play podcast. My name is Dane Miller. I am the GM.
I am Terry Klopfenstein. I play Durin on the show. Sorry.
Now Spain,
Wasn't ready to
play
go first.
Cody the Amnesiac Android.
And I'm Ryan. I play Merrick, the four-armed warrior from the desert.
Yeah.
And today we are doing, we're punishing ourselves. We are going to be eating all 10 of the season 19 Hot Ones lineup. We're doing the bomb. We're doing last stab. And
Fucked.
we're going to be answering your spicy questions. We have a few lined up, but if you have any questions and you want to reach out to us on the Twitch chat, by all means, please do. And we will answer those questions while we eat these incredibly spicy wings. The first sauce up is the Hot Ones official #1 hot sauce. It is the classic chili maple.
Smells great.
It smells
Oh,
really
man, I
good.
can't wait for this. This is like the good part.
This
Like,
is
this
the-
makes me
yeah.
excited.
This is the one that I'm actually like looking forward to eat, and then I think after that it's going to be.
No, I think we got a few.
I think up
The second one
until
looks great too.
yeah, up until the fifth one, I think
This one's weird because it's oil,
yeah,
but we'll be fine.
we'll be good.
I believe.
All right.
We're going in.
Go on,
Terry, you got
No,
questions?
let's after the first wing. We did
Okay.
the first wing
So we
first.
eating first. All right.
Cheers, boy.
Right.
Cheers.
Clink.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Right on.
We clinking.
Right in there.
Right in there.
Oh, it smells so good.
Yeah, it's great. That's delicious.
I'm out. Nah.
Yeah. DJ Khaled did it.
I'd put that on anything. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the whole way.
Yeah,
Very, very good.
100%.
All right, Terry, hit us with our first question.
Yeah, sure. So what happened on the con? I went around and like people that had the right vibe, a few friends that do other shows, and asked them for some good questions for tonight. Here's my wing before
What con was it, Terry?
What was that?
What con was it?
Oh, we were at Fan Expo just this weekend, and it went amazing. And while we were there, I met some cool people. We have our friends at called Thunder Geeks over at Thunder Bay Radio Station. I didn't get an FM station for it, but I know they do their thing on Sundays. And also another fellow podcast, Ghost Facers, also helped give us some questions for tonight. We should definitely link them at some point, but they're amazing too. Super cool people, and also various like D&D and players and GMs on the floor. So I think the first question, which was the most interesting one and feels appropriate, especially with our recent Gen Con award, what makes an interesting villain?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
That's a good way to start.
we Terry just sort of teased it a little bit, but yeah, we recently won Best Villain at the Crit Awards at Gen Con a couple weeks ago, which is, in my opinion, one of the coolest awards you can
Oh, yeah.
possibly win.
Yeah.
In my opinion, in order to make a good villain, there has to be a part of you that understands why they're doing what they're doing. They have to be the good guy of their story, right? Like if you don't understand, like if they're just being a bad guy for the sake of being a bad guy, I find that like those can be fun if they're done well and you have like a charismatic enough like persona attached to that villain.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you want a good villain, there should be a part of you that's like thinks, yeah, I might like I see what I might join them. Like Thanos, for example, being like,
Right idea, wrong execution.
yeah,
maybe.
right. Like he was doing a thing and being like, look, the universe is so fucked, and the way that I can see us not being fucked is by just erasing half of it.
Yeah.
I do have a follow-up question to that then. Is a villain allowed to be redeemable?
Yeah.
Or is
Oh,
can you
for sure.
have an unredeemable villain?
Look at Zuko.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying like, but can a unredeemable villain who's the hero of their own story still be a good villain?
Well, I think for
Yeah.
me, the word I like
Yeah.
to throw around is stakes. It's like you want to know what the villain is doing matters, and that what their plan is. What obviously we don't know the full plan, but what they're doing matters to them.
Mhm.
Not to give any spoilers away. In a couple episodes ago, we see our villain as in desperate for the first time,
Yeah.
which is adds to the stakes of that character and what it sort of means to him. So as long as what they're doing matters, to me, it makes it more interesting. You get villains like Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. You just see him at the end of every episode being like, "Oh, foiled again."
What a deep
That
cut.
that doesn't do it for me. It's like you know what he's going to do every time, but as soon as it starts to matter, obviously to the villain, and you hear it in their voice and how they act, and you see their desperation matching your desperation as a hero, I think it matters way more.
We've already gotten weird and we're one wing in.
I love it. I love it.
I have more deep cuts coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Every
think it-
question, we're gonna get further and further into Dr. Gadget
Deeper
lore.
cut. Yeah, I think it's all about the gray, right? Like, as you said, like morally gray, like if you can understand where they're coming from, you almost get, maybe they've gone too far, maybe they're sick of it, maybe from their point of view it's all good, but from yours it's not.
Mhm.
I think that's the best way to have a villain because they're complex.
Here's the thing. I have a counter to that actually.
Yeah.
In our Skulls and Shackle games, I know no one knows this, but in our Skulls and Shackle games, that villain, you don't really connect with him at all. You don't know if he's the hero of his own story or anything. He's just an unredeemable bastard.
Sorry, who is?
The main villain in Skulls and Shackles, the guy
I
who
always figured
oh, eat your heart, that guy.
I always figured we'd get more of the
Fair
backstory.
enough. I mean, but does he? There have to be more than that.
No, because I think like you're looking at he might be the bad guy, but I also see the villain of that story is like the pirate culture. Right, like
Fair.
it is the nature of where you are that is the real antagonist of being like, oh, there's that pirate council that makes you do all this crazy shit in order to do this and do that. So it's like you can have a villain who's just like, I'm a piece of shit and I'm bad, cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know if like necessarily if I ever felt like he was the true villain of that campaign.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe it also depends on what story's being told as well. Like
For
the
sure.
format. Like for us, for No Quest for the Wicked, right now it's very much character driven. It's all about our backstories and seeing our past and how we got to where we are and how we're dealing with that. So as it mirrors that a little bit. So in those big grandiose adventures, maybe all you need is an interesting hook. And like I'm a evil pirate and I do really cool things. I summon the storm, a kraken, stuff like that. Maybe it has to match the story, but
It's totally fair.
I mean, that's another good point. It's like we were playing pirates who aren't inherently good.
Yeah.
So like in order like we could have been all evil aligned. So to have a character that then is more morally just, and there's nothing wrong with an evil campaign, but like
Yeah.
if you want your players to feel like they're triumphing over something, you kind of have to go further one way or the other. Either the party has to go further and lean full evil,
Mhm.
or your villain has to go even further to the
Yeah.
villainous side and even further into like the bad side.
I also think a good thing, one of the things that I think a good villain needs and that he had that was lacking in all the other things we said is they're scary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
That
Adam,
helps.
it hasn't scary, right? When he shows up, we're
was
like,
so
he
cool.
fucking was so cool. He punched a tank. And like he ate a heart, but like I don't think he has a lot of the hallmarks of a great villain. He was fun, you know? What
Yeah.
I mean? But I don't think he would have won best villain that.
No,
Jack
absolutely not.
Fox.
I guess he's very one dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't say this before, but all these questions, especially, are going to start very mild and get more saucier as we get more spicier.
So Terry has labeled and organized them according to his own hell.
His own spiciness rating.
yeah.
So we have no idea what they are or how he's ordered them or what went into it, but he has listed them in order of spice. So,
Yeah. Number 9 is going to be a little wild. It'll be fun.
Okay.
I'm prepping our next round of
Yeah,
wings
fair.
because
Also, I see in the chat that they thought Sophie was going to be on this stream. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're
Anytime you
welcome
want
to
to hop
chat
on
and
the
hang
stream, get over here.
yes,
She technically is. She's listening.
she's here. She's lurking. We saved her the trouble.
Yeah. So I have an easy one, and this is going to be a softball, and maybe a good way to get our.
You gotta eat the wing first.
No, this is
Oh,
one
it's
part of
still
wing one.
wing
This is
one.
wing one.
It's
Baby.
still wing one.
This is one question per wing.
Well, Dane sauce it up. Hit us.
Yeah. Your character from the show. What's their drink of choice? Quick and easy, right?
I think I've said a couple times America's just like a whiskey guy. Maybe
Whiskey
that's, yeah.
Ophelia turns the same way.
Yeah. I think Merrick and Duran have drank.
We're pretty much this guy's dad in a lot of ways. It's pretty good.
We talked about parenting our son while drinking strong space whiskey.
That's all good dads should.
We're great dads.
You say that as if literally every time you get a chance to drink, you're not ordering a child's drink with alcohol.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cody's drink of choice is a boozy milkshake. Cody's drink of choice was Alpha Special Juice.
Wait, what's Alpha's special juice?
It's a blend of like ginger and carrot and orange and grapefruit.
It's a terrible name.
Hey, Alpha liked it.
That's okay. All right.
That's some bonus content.
was Alpha's a character from Cody's backstory.
Yes. He's a genius child who created my android. You gotta keep it. Okay, I'm gonna put this here so I have to stop leaning across here. So I want to see this chat.
It's all right. It's all good. I guess we can go to the next one. I do have a question, but I think we can move on.
Yeah,
I think
boozy
we're ready.
milkshake, stupendous man knows.
He knows. Oh yeah. I think we can move on to the next
Yeah,
one.
let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Easy, right?
So what are we?
Yeah.
Are we eating first? Or are you
Yeah.
gonna ask
Oh,
questions?
no, we're
Or you
eating
need-
now.
Okay.
Eating first.
Right,
Okay.
Want to hit?
Let's
Yep.
do it.
Boop. Boop. What's number 2 there now?
Next one up is Sinai Gourmet Tropicante. That's a fruity Scotch bonnet fruity Scotch bonnet pepper, tropical fruit, mangoes, papaya, bananas, banana hot sauce. Don't like that.
I think it's gonna be good. It looks.
But then also lime juice and sea salt. I don't like bananas, but hey, let's fucking do
I don't
it.
think we'll worry too much about that.
do we do a toast on this
Yeah,
one?
we'll do it.
We can still manage this. Don't my head ground.
Don't eat it.
That's Ryan's tactic. Oh no,
Yeah,
my wing hit the ground. Don't have to eat it.
The thing is, you can probably do that once, and you did it on number 2. So
I'm worried because I feel like they're putting me into a false sense of security right now.
yeah, there's.
Well,
I
This
feel
is
like
the-
the first one was spicier.
This is good.
I'll get some more paper towel.
All right, so I got
you got 2 wings, Ryan. How you get so messy over there?
our first controversial question.
Okay.
All right, and it's number 2. So we're not too spicy. yet.
Because it concerns me that you're like, oh, I'm ordering them based on like spiciness, and then you're like, this is controversial.
This is a controversial, though it's kind of a softball of a question.
Okay.
Should a natural 20 always be a success?
Yeah.
I think a realistic success.
What does that mean?
I mean, like, if
That's-
someone's like, "Oh, I want to roll acrobatics to fly," and you can't do that anyway, and then you roll a 20, you can't fly.
Yeah.
But I like them being successes in realistic senses.
Yeah, I mean, we homebrew it where because like 20s and ones, at least in the systems that we play, aren't automatic successes for skill checks.
Mhm.
I think it is far more fun in a narrative podcast where we're telling a story and that there are stakes. I think it's way more fun that if you roll a 1 on a skill check, there's a consequence.
Yeah.
The same way, because like I want it to feel like, imagine if you like watched a movie where everyone just like did what they are supposed to do averagely.
Yeah, like Fast and Furious, if people landed on cars and got hurt instead of being totally fine.
Yeah.
No one watched those movies.
See, I
Yeah.
actually disagree. Like I don't disagree in the sense of for the show. I think it's a great idea for the show. It's
Yeah.
funny. It's awesome. And in my games, like if a person who puts so much skill and effort into something and was like, my character's focused on this, and another character with just natural 20s and just breaks through it, like sure, it's fun, but it's kind of like taking away the skill from the other characters.
But
you
it
know?
only happens very sporadically.
Maybe.
You know?
I mean, that's the whole point of that rule of being like a nat 1 doesn't mean it's a failure.
Mhm.
It's because if I have a plus, 25 athletics check
Mhm.
and I roll a 1, it's still a 26, which is a good roll,
Yeah.
right? Like that's I understand why like rules is written. A 1 and a 20 don't mean immediate success or failure when
Yeah.
it comes to skill checks. So I get it. I agree with you that in a home game,
Home game. That's what I refer
like
to.
when I'm building a character, it would suck if I roll a 1 and it's like, well, even though it's a 28, you
Yeah,
still
but I
fail.
still get it though. And I think it's fun. Like if we didn't have our ones be failures on the podcast, we'd miss out on so many good moments.
Mhm.
And I think it's up to the DM to phrase it or like couch it in a way that isn't just like your character sucks for no reason. It's like there's another reason why it fails, right? Maybe it's bad luck, maybe it's something else.
Ryan's
That's a part of life, though.
Yeah.
Like we all watch clips on the internet, which is like Olympians doing long jumps and they fail, and we're like, ha ha ha.
like, honestly,
That's an Olympian. They
One of
spend
my-
all their time doing it. If they don't have a high skill check in athletics, it doesn't mean they just can't spontaneously fail.
one of my
Yeah,
favorite
That's
things.
fair. You dedicate years, and so you mess up. Life happens.
One of my
And
favorite
they-
things in the world is skiers that like like when you do like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
just eat shit out of the gate.
They
It's
spend-
so heartbreaking, but like just being like you've spent so much time of your life to beef it immediately. So like you're right, like that is a part of life. Like I'm very good at certain things. Doesn't like I
My-
bartend.
yeah.
Doesn't mean I haven't smashed a glass in
Oh,
the
for
ice
sure.
ball a couple times.
yeah, my issue with some people when it comes to their characters, they want consistency. Like it doesn't happen.
No, and also that wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm good at computers. I succeed every single computer's check all the time. It's like, why are we playing?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, because they're taking that computer's check and are going to fail at something else, and they're not as good as everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, give or take, right?
Let it
Happens.
No, here's the. I agree with you. See, I told you. Controversial question.
Ryan's already getting
I'm
spicy.
mad about Reddit. I see all these Reddit posts where it's like, oh, I get like some people are better than me at this one thing, but I designed my character for that. Once again, more often than not, you will be better. I promise you. But don't make a salty Reddit post when you're not.
Yeah, and I think most importantly, it's like 1s and 20s are gonna happen statistically not that often.
No, true.
You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
when it's these occasional like little flashes in the pan moments.
Mhm.
If someone's salty that once I get a nat 20 computers instead of Durin, that's so dumb. You know what I mean? If I got it all the time, sure, but that would be new set of dice time. You know?
Mhm.
I love them.
You make a very good point of being like it is the GM's job to make it so that like for example, like if it was a computer's check or whatever and someone has a shit ton of points in the computers and they roll on that 1, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
It's that the computer was more prepared than they were that time. Right?
Yes.
Like you walk into a villain's lair, they know you have a hacker with you,
Mhm.
so they've put in a specific thing that detects your malware or
Yeah.
your hacking technique or whatever. It's like that makes it more narratively interesting than being like your pants fell down around your ankles and now you're shitting everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like
While you're having
yeah.
So totally
You know what? I feel like NADPOD does that a lot, where it's like Nat 1, oh, you trip on your pants, or
yeah.
and it's funny and everyone enjoys it because they're down for that. But yeah, I think in general, yes. To get back to the question, I think it should be.
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
like it.
And here's the thing, I think I can go either way on it because, like, I don't know. Like my whole games, I like to keep it that player skills are their skills, right? But I mean, hey, Hey, see, controversial question to start out.
It's fair.
Not
I
too
like
bad.
the chaos.
Ryan Nat won that wing earlier.
He really did.
I did, yeah.
That's honestly why I think he's so angry.
Yeah, I'm just hot and furious right now. It's not going to go away.
Next one. This one's a fun one from our friend Ghost Facers from
Okay.
Natural Podcast. I would recommend. The strangest thing you found on the ground.
In real life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No, these aren't all just tabletop RPG questions. Some of these
Okay.
get personal.
So I grew up in Newfoundland. For people who know, that's a province on the east coast of Canada. I was in the woods once as a kid, and I found a severed coyote head.
Whoa!
Damn,
all right.
alright.
So what in the
He's
woods?
just
Of
a real Canadian.
What in the woods of Newfoundland can sever a coyote head and throw it across the forest? Nothing. We have no real predators.
Indigo.
Or a black bear. But anyway, I was young. It was scary.
That is. Right now, you got a something on the ground story?
I don't know if this counts. It probably, I don't know. So
Good start.
on
Is it-
two separate occasions, someone has driven past me and thrown a wallet out the window of their car at me. One landed at my feet on the ground, and the other one hit me in the chest and then landed on the ground. And in both cases, there was a bunch of money in the wallet.
What?
Yeah,
That's a.
twice. And I've tried to find the owners of the wallet. I was like 15. So like there were
Yeah.
cards. I tried calling the cards. No one really. So we just got the money. And it wasn't an insignificant amount either. It was like $60.
Oh, right on.
Twice.
Just
For me, it would be. I mean, I'm sure there's something. I mean, like there is a picture on my Instagram where it was. I used to live in a neighborhood called Parkdale, and Parkdale is a
Special place.
it's a special place. It's a fucking wild neighborhood where it's a mix of like really low income and now being super gentrified. Of like it started when the neighborhood first started to be built. It was like mansions and shit, and then the depression hit. So all those mansions, like all those people lost all their money, and all those houses got turned into tenement housing. And now people are buying those houses and restoring them back to mansions. So like it's a weird like wealth balance and stuff. So there's just like weird shit happening all the time.
Mhm.
And one day I was walking and it was I'll try to find it and show it on stream. It was like a mask of a person with an eye patch, I believe, like a latex mask,
Mhm.
and then two gloves laid out, and then like a necklace. Like it was almost like a person had like lied
Been
on the
raptured.
lied on the ground and just kind of like melted into the city. So that's definitely up there that I can remember. And then there was also I was walking home and I was having like the worst day ever at high school. And I found there was a burned CD on the like end of my driveway. No case, nothing. It was just a CD.
Oh wow.
Did you put it on
Um,
your computer?
Absolutely did.
Of course you did.
Well, I put it in my CD player first.
Okay.
And it was a burned copy of I believe the album is called Everything I Long For by Hayden. And it ended up becoming such a like crucial album in my like growing up. And like I became a huge fan of Hayden, and there's a bunch of like milestones in my life where Hayden's music has been very, very important to me. And it was all because I found this fucking random CD on the
Weird. All right.
Right on, right on.
Oh, you
That's you,
I
Terry.
don't have a weird story because it's just like I grew up in Florida.
I was gonna say you grew up in Florida.
I know, but that's the thing. Like, it just kind of all becomes a
Nothing's
blur.
weird.
like a
Yeah, that's what
chainsaw
I'm-
sword.
When everything is weird, nothing is.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I've seen like, oh, that's a machete. Like I've seen weird shit on the ground, but it all just kind of becomes a blur. And like then I moved to Toronto, and there's also just weird shit on the ground. It's just kind of like it all blends in now.
Name one. Other than
I
machete.
go to the machete.
Okay, machete. All right. It's no tossed wallet.
No, it's not. That's a pretty good one. I have a longer question, but I think we should just go forward.
Yeah, let's do wing three.
I think
All
we're
right.
ready
I'm
for
gonna
it.
hit
Yeah.
the button.
Wing three
Did it?
is
Is this
Um,
the cat one?
yes, it is. It's Pico Peppers, the Myco Saucery. It's called Pico Rico. It's very cute. It's got a cat. Every time I've like scanned over the sauces to
You
like
just stay there.
show them, I always zoom in on the cat because it's very, very cute. We're looking at this is our biggest jump in terms of Scoville.
Yeah.
This is when it starts to get real. So the first one was
1,000.
1,600.
Okay, that's nice.
The second one that we just had was 4,000.
Nice.
This one is 15,500.
okay.
Okay,
So we're getting real now.
starts.
All right.
All right.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Don't drop this one, right?
I do like a good piri piri.
Tasty.
So far, all three taste great.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Is this one milder than the other one?
No.
I think this one's gonna have a lingering heat.
Okay.
I think this one's gonna build on us.
I really shouldn't just eat the whole wing, but it's good.
Yeah, we had tacos with friends. We're like, we have to eat 10 wings.
All right.
There's no amount of food I could eat and not want to eat more wings.
Fair. This one's from Sophie. Which thank you for the question, Sophie. I really appreciate it. If your tabletop RPG was real, like if No Quest was real, which of our characters would actually die first?
Cody.
Probably Cody.
Cody. Yeah,
Mm,
I really believe that. I know, like our characters would probably want to die for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
We absolutely would. I think that, but
are we talking like in the campaign, or are we talking like
In
just in general, like from the time you were born to the time you were dead?
no, I think in the campaign at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I have the
Unless
least
Sophie wants to
experience.
clarify.
I would say I would wager
If the campaign was real life.
that
If campaign was real life.
I would wager that Durin would.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
I think no, I think you have the least to lose,
Mhm.
and that typically means you have the least to live for, right? I think
That's fair, that's
Merrick
fair.
Merrick has like a sort of a whole unresolved thing, but like Durin is running from stuff, and at the time that we meet him, hasn't really got any bonds,
Mhm.
right? Other than
Yeah,
the
that's
ones that,
true.
other than the ones you've already like pushed away,
Mhm.
right? So I think like
Even
Cody,
he
I
keeps
think
losing bonds as he's going.
yeah,
too.
and I think Cody would actually be the one with the most resolve. He has a purpose. Like it wasn't until one of the most recent works that Merrick really started to like figure out what he was doing.
Mhm.
And I think like from the second we meet Cody, he has a very, very clear
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah,
and
that's
I think
why I
that
think he would die first.
no, because I think he would. I don't think he would take stupid risks if it didn't lead to alpha.
Yeah.
Right,
but
like, I
Cody
think-
takes the most stupid risks.
But I think,
still.
yeah, he does. He's like very naive and also thinks life is a movie. So I think a lot of the reason
Yeah.
he did do stupid shit was because he's like, people don't die in movies.
Oh, that's fair.
So I think you could argue both.
The answer is everyone but Merrick.
Exactly. I think Merrick would
Merrick's
die.
also the youngest
You are.
know,
You have the
he's-
most to live for, technically.
and like a little overconfident. So maybe those two things get you killed.
Yeah.
But you got 4 arms, and that's
Yeah. I mean, like the thing is, like Durin has kind of had the life, like the shit kicked out of him throughout life. You know, he's lost people and stuff like that. Usually, that's not the character that dies. He just keeps going on in misery as the people die.
Sophie's trying to kill us.
What is she doing? What's she
Last
saying?
man standing must mix all hot sauces together and take
What?
one shot.
No.
So let's live forever. True. Too high.
Do Solarians live forever?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't know if
That's
it's canon, but they do.
Is it canon now?
It's definitely not good. They're just too powerful.
You're right.
Hey, we're getting buffed.
All
I
right.
know. Paizo, why?
Give me your oh shit story.
Oh God.
Again, real life or
Yes, real
campaign?
life, real life, or campaign. I'll take either, but I think real life. This one
Well,
applies to.
appropriate for the stream.
Welcome, Drew.
Oh, it's Drew. In?
Hey, Drew.
What's up, Drew? We love you.
Shout out to Carrying Wayward, an amazing supernatural podcast.
Oh shit moment in
Yeah,
real life.
you know, like your oh shit moment. Because I guess I can say mine real quick.
Yeah,
and
go,
it was
let me
so
think.
just an accident. Really, it was a great day. It was just like, you know, I was out doing my Boy Scout thing. I was out fishing, had my little lawn chair out there. I was having a great time. I was young. I was full of dreams.
There's an alligator in this story.
That's gotta be.
There were
Or
could have
Armageddon.
been.
There could have been.
There could have been. Like, because hey, it's
What-
just, and
what's
eventually
the-
I was just there chilling, and I guess I just moved wrong, and I just started going forward, and there was nothing, no fate could stop it as I just fell like 15 feet down into the water and like hit the side and scratched myself up. Yeah, I fucked myself up pretty hard that day. It was good. That's kind of a no shit story, but I don't have much more than that. If I try to, I have to really dig.
I feel like I have too many.
I mean, feel free to give one.
So when I met my partner, we went on a pub crawl as our first date, and we ended this pub crawl by breaking into a building site and climbing a crane. And the angle the crane was at, you could just kind of like walk up it like it was stairs in a way. It's very easy.
Yeah.
And I was ahead, and we were just having a lot of fun, and I wasn't really holding on because again, it's just stairs.
Yeah.
But one of the rungs was oiled and it like rotated.
Yeah.
So I stood on it and it went, and I lost my footing, and I was pretty high up. I might not have died, but I would have been in hospital for a long time.
Fuck me.
Maybe I would have died. And I was just like, this is a really dumb thing to do right now. If not ever, I was like, oh shit. And I was like, let's go back. Let's go back. I was like, sober in an instant. I was just like, yeah. And the other one that springs to mind is I was deep water soloing in Thailand,
Mhm.
and I had climbed up, and like it's so hot
Mhm.
and I was so sweaty, and you could only chalk up once at the bottom because you jump in the water with your chalk, it's all gone.
Really good.
So start climbing,
Mhm.
and at a certain point when I'm going up, I get there, and it was the first like big climb of the day. So the guy in the boat is like, just a heads up, there's like technically a second climb. Like if you keep going up, I'll tell you when if you want to keep going, or I could finish. So I was like, fuck it. First climb, going well so far. I don't know if I'm gonna have another one in me because I don't know what the next grade is. I was a little hungover. It's very hot. I'm from Ireland.
Yep.
So I was like, fuck it. If this is the only one I'm gonna get to do, I've already done really well. I'm gonna go to the highest point. So I kept going, and again, it's like you're so focused on what's happening in front of you because it's terrifying. You don't have a rope. You're on rock.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how high I was going. And I got to a point, and he was like, all right, that's it. Like, you can turn around and jump. Because that's the only way you can get down. You're in a fucking cliff in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
So I turned around, and it's like this tiny little thing that's basically just the size of my feet.
Mhm.
And I realized I was like 20 meters up.
Yeah.
And literally, I was like, oh shit. Like, my legs like buckled. I almost fell
Mhm.
because it was so scary. And I was like, I have to jump immediately because if I think about it, I will not be able to.
Yeah.
And I jumped off and like fucked up the jump. So instead of landing like straight down,
Oh.
I started going backwards in the air. And luckily I didn't go too far, but I still, when I hit the water, the entire back of my leg from my heel all the way up to my ass is like purple. Like the whole thing. It was like God just slapped me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my, there's
There you
three.
go. See, what you got?
I'm trying to think of like, I don't know. I would say yeah. So I used to be really, really into urban exploration when I was younger,
Oh,
and like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of really, really cool like old buildings and shit in Toronto, especially along the waterfront. And there was a big, I think it was a refinery of some sort, and it's like these, like six or eight like big silos that are all attached together. So like imagine like silos that have like just touched. So it's like these like huge, like big chambers. And we broke in, and we go in, and there's like a big wooden door, like big pallet that's like slid over where you get into it. And on the thing, it just says like, do not enter.
Mhm.
And we're like, that's what everyone says. So we slide it open, and inside is like the walls were like splashed with red paint. And again, it just said leave, leave on both sides. And we're like, spooky. And we kept going in. And then we had realized that people had moved in, and each one of those silos was like someone's home. So there was like a mattress and like just like things that could be a home. So there was like dressers and stuff, but in like various states of disrepair and stuff. And then there was like someone started making like call, like someone didn't say anything, but it was like a and we could hear people moving and getting up. And we were just like, and they all started like doing that. And we're like, nope. So like thankfully we weren't far in, but like so the way it was, there was like this huge metal track that ran down the middle of it. So and then there was like a grate that you have to kind of like crawl through to get in. So it happened as we were about to go through that first grate. And I was like, if we had been any amount in, it would be very easy to catch us because it's like because the grate itself was just like rusted metal.
It's also
and
like
shit. So it's
pure
like
horror movie, like having to squeeze through that
yeah,
quickly. No,
one at a
thank you.
time too, right? Like so there was two of us, so it would have been like you go first, and then I've got to wait and then go first, and like try not to like slash my whole body open with rusty rebar and shit.
Question in chat: is it the ones on the water?
It is the ones on the water.
It's the ones on the water.
It's the ones on the water.
There you go.
No.
So hold on before we go. I've got the picture. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh no, that's gonna be hard to see. You're gonna mess up our focus.
I feel like I don't know where to put my hands because they're like
it's hard
just
to
greasy enough.
focus, but that was the face with the eye patch and the gloves.
We'll get Dane
Pretty
to
wild.
post it or send it to you if you message us. Let's see.
All right, you got no shit story for us?
I'll just keep it simple. I small little Newfoundland boy moved to Toronto. I got swindled out of like $60 at like 2 a.m. on the side of the road once. And that was the moment where I was like, oh, this could have gone way worse than me losing $60. Can't be too nice.
Fair enough, yeah.
And now I'm a terrible person.
What's that mean?
I don't give anyone anything.
It's fair.
No, it's fair.
Fair.
There we go. Yeah.
All right, next wing.
So proud of you.
We do have a great question in here from
Oh, true.
Sophie.
Please.
In a free-for-all, if y'all, as your characters, had to battle each other to the death, who would win and who would live?
Now she did say who would love first, and I think we all know it'll be Cody.
Cody
Yeah.
would love.
Yes, he would.
So Dane, set a scene. Like, give us like what we're
Yeah, what
where's
does it
this
look
fight
like?
happen?
I'm thinking the fake arena on Surf in Gallery Voltaire. That like arena that you were fighting
Yeah.
in by yourself. I think it's that. And I think it's like no holds bar, kind of Hunger Game style. There's a whole like thing of weapons in the middle. But I think you're allowed to come in with whatever gear you want.
Merrick.
It would be tough.
Merrick,
yeah,
100%.
Especially at that point.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Most likely Merrick. I'll say
No,
most
if it was
likely.
It's
Gallery
Coliseum.
Voltaire,
Yeah.
I know. It's just you're so overpowered. I don't.
yeah.
I would say even at this level.
I could do the fire reduction thing, and I basically do the same amount of damage, but you have so many special abilities.
And I mean, also like it depends. There's some tactics to it. Like Jordan might let you two fight it out for a while before coming in.
Oh, we would both kill you.
Yeah, we would
Right.
go kill you.
Well,
first.
then never
Well,
mind.
you're
That's
fucked.
Merrick.
You definitely don't.
You
win.
you can heal. You have the highest healing potential.
Don't be like that. I mean,
I would. Yeah. I would see it. They would take you out first, and
Yeah.
then they would go down. And I think Merrick would.
Probably.
I think Merrick would come out, unless like lucky rolls. Like anything can happen, right? Like if you roll a couple crits,
Yeah.
then
At this point, we're basically doing the same damage, which is good.
all right.
But my special ability that Dane gave me is bust.
That's true. That's true.
Let's
let's do it.
get into this next one.
It's already in front of me.
Yeah.
This is
Hopefully we get some good questions for the chat for this one because this is good ones, right? For this
number 4. This is another Hot Ones official, Las Caliente Barbacoa. We're doubling what we were last time, so I'm up to 33,000 Scoville.
from.
Here's boys.
Cheers.
Oh, it smells so good.
That is so good. That's so tasty. Holy shit!
Oh, this is a really good sauce.
All right.
Mm.
Wait.
So far, they've all been pretty tasty.
Mhm.
Worst one was the second one.
That one I would eat any day.
So bad, Ryan threw it on the floor.
I don't have many good questions for this week. This week is pretty good. So if chat wants to give us some good ones, I would love it.
Give us something there, stick.
Yeah.
I don't know what that refers to.
I think he's saying if I was GMing the fight.
Who would you let?
Stupendous Man says never underestimate Dane's ability to pull the biggest pile of bullshit
Yeah.
out of his back
The
pocket.
real winner's Short Jack.
That's true.
I mean, if I also made a character,
Oh, it'd be Dane.
What character would you make?
It'd be Dane.
There we go. That's a good one.
I would roll Talon into that fight. I think, or like
Talon?
my fly free character.
Oh, there you go. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. If I had to keep it in universe,
On the
I would. I'd probably Veil.
Fair.
Honestly, if Beef could get in there, it's like he might lose, but he's so much HP and he just grapple you and strangle you to death.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll play as him. And we'll see who wins.
I mean, yeah. If we're gonna play, yeah, I'll be Asim.
Yeah. I mean, I got a few questions if chat doesn't have one for us, but I'll throw some. Some ghost. Our ghost facer friends gave me one. Oh,
Well, boxless votes Jenny.
Yeah.
fair.
Jenny would do some damage.
True. All right, you're in charge of DC, and this is from our friend Ghost Facers. all
Okay.
right? You're in charge of DC.
Yep.
You have James Gunn. What do you do?
A
I
nice
have James Gunn.
You have James Gunn. You be like, this is what you're doing. What story do you do?
My favorite DC character has always been Nightwing.
Yeah?
Big Nightwing guy. Just give me a Nightwing movie.
that would
that's all I
that'd be rad as hell.
Be rad.
I'm a Marvel guy through and through, so I'm not super up to date with like a lot of the DC like plot lines. But what I would tell them to is slow the fuck down, slow it down. Like the reason Marvel was
He's not
successful.
taking
Well,
your
I think
notes.
James Gunn knows.
Yes,
I don't think you need to tell him that. I think he's in to make DC change their shitty ways.
yeah. What I would like is I would like them to choose a tone, and I would want them to like realize that the grim, dark, gritty, like not everything, like a gritty Superman. I don't want to see a gritty Superman.
No,
No,
the
anyone.
Superman is not a gritty superhero. Like he's meant to be.
He's
the
literally
Boy
the
Scout.
antithesis.
He's a
Of,
symbol of
yeah.
hope.
Yeah,
like having him snap someone's neck in the movie. It's like, what do you do?
I'm like that could work if that was the end game of the
Yeah.
DCU, right? Like if it came down to this, like we had years and years of Superman not killing people, giving people the benefit of the doubt, and like having to struggle with that all the time, and being like, hey, I could end this fight immediately,
Mhm.
but it would compromise who I believe, like who I am.
Yeah,
But it's like if it came to like having that moment of being like, I'm gonna break this guy's
sure,
neck
maybe.
because
I still think a lot of Superman fans would be angry about that, but I think like the journey to get there would make it a poignant moment.
A huge moment.
Regardless, as opposed to just this cheap, like, shock value, one movie, no one gives a fuck
Yeah.
kind of deal. Yeah.
Just being like, oh, hey, the first time we see Superman, he's gonna break a dude's neck.
Yeah, well, that's
It's like,
why.
what?
Yeah, that's why I love Nightwing. He's like he survives being raised by Batman and still has a positive outlook.
Yeah.
Man,
it's
I
good.
don't know how that survived.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love a Constantine movie, like a really like solid one, and I think James Gunn could do that. It would be interesting.
That's fair. I want James Gunn to do a Kite Man movie.
Actually, yeah.
That'd be incredible. I think he'd.
Unironically, I think that would be pretty interesting.
I mean, he's done a very good job with like lesser known,
goofy,
wonky characters. Yeah.
That's exactly why I chose that, because like, sure, he could do anything and do it pretty well, I think, but like, I think he shines in this really oddball, like probably shouldn't work, but he made it work kind of way.
Mhm.
So I think he got it. We got some questions here
Please, please, please help me fill in this gap.
from any game. What is the situation, i.e., combat or whatever, you're still salty about today?
Who's Verosa?
For
That's
those,
the one. I still. Oh,
for those unaware, we were
Oh.
playing a Skulls and Shackles campaign, and we had a min-maxer among us. And we got to a really important point in the narrative that like we'd been building to. It was very dramatic. It was like just about to go into this climactic fight with them. And Terry was setting the scene, and this guy, with no hint of irony,
he was serious. I know he was serious.
who was one of our players, like, wait, who's Verosa?
And it was like
It broke Terry.
you've been traveling with her. She's been giving you a mission. You've talked to this woman.
It broke Terry. And he's still salty about it.
I
You
still
mentioned
am.
it multiple times this week.
This weekend, yeah.
Yeah. So like, if there's a salty moment, that's the one. That's the one for me. And sorry, go ahead.
Dane?
Then I GM these boys most of the time, so I'm sure it's going to be at me, and I know yours at least.
I don't know mine. So.
I know yours.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I'm trying
I
to
don't
think
know
of a
if you
time
am.
where I was.
I'm looking forward to for Terry to tell me mine.
Yeah, because you were upset at me for a while about it.
You?
Yes, 100%.
Was it my smelling?
It was specifically your smelling one against a boss that was immune. to
Oh,
it.
yeah,
that
yeah.
was the one because you're like,
I don't remember that.
fair enough. All right, cool. You're not salty about it. It doesn't matter.
I don't give a fuck, man.
Yeah.
Any game.
Yeah. As a GM, I have a lot more investment when I make a story, so it's like, it's a good question. It's a great question. Thank you.
Yeah, Terry, you killed Max first round of combat. I'm still mad.
Hey, I killed both you and someone and Yuri during that too. So
Yeah.
yeah, good round, good first round. Wail of the Banshee, great spell.
I think it's. I don't know if I have a specific thing, but it's. I think it's when. It would probably be a 2E combat where it was just like, I just felt so powerless because 2E has the rule of if you're 10 over your AC, it's a crit,
Yes.
and like the character, like the person would have to roll like a nat 1 in order for it to not be a crit. And I'm just like, this isn't fun for me because like it mechanically, I've done everything I can to increase my AC. Like
Yeah.
I am built as best that I can at my level,
And this boss is steamroll.
and there's no way
Yeah.
this boss isn't going to crit me every round.
Yeah, yeah.
That I think for me is just like I'm just like this isn't fun because there's nothing I can do to stop it. When it's like, oh, I'm gonna hit it with like a will save, and it's like 39. I'm just like, I'm level 4.
Yeah.
What do you want from me? Like,
Yeah.
well,
I think maybe the fight from that we were talking about during the week, Return of the Rune Lords,
Okay.
where we fought this one boss. I won't get too specific for spoiler reasons, I guess.
Yeah.
Fought this one boss, got absolutely bodied, but did finish them. But they're at the entrance to a dungeon. So we were like, oh, we beat the boss barely, but we gotta go rest because we can't do this dungeon. But then when we came back, it respawns. So admittedly, we did far better the second time.
Definitely
but
did. Yeah,
damn,
for
like that hurt, that got me, that gripped me in my soul.
It's funny because these stories we kind of been talking about like during this.
Yeah, these
weekend.
and that's how I know I'm still salty about it.
Exactly right.
Misfit's in here. What's up, Misfit?
Oh yeah, Misfit.
Sophie's asking Team Edward or Team Jacob.
Team Jacob.
Jacob.
I haven't seen a single
one.
fucking
Tower.
I mean, obviously, I'm not choosing fucking.
Jacob.
Yeah,
There you go. Good
he
job.
was. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Although he does kind of fall in love with a kid, so that's weird.
Oh shit.
So maybe
no, hold on. Let me.
All right, he falls in love with a kid. It's a weird bond.
It's definitely
not
Mayor's
normal.
fault.
He grows up very
Supportive
fast. All right.
I mean, also
It's
to be
weird.
fair,
It's so weird.
so does Edward.
True.
right? Like he's 1,000 year old. Like he's
hundreds
hundreds of
And
years
she was a
old.
high school.
Yeah, they're both. It's a very creepy
I'm
name.
Team Bella's dad for having
Team Bella's dad.
for having to deal with that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the most logical character in all.
Is Edward's dad Carlisle, and he kind of is just like, guys, come on. Maybe Team Carlisle.
No, I like Team Bell's dad.
Let's go to Drew says, or sorry, Box. Well, what character from any medium or franchise would you like to see written into a different world / story?
Shit, where?
Oof. Say it one more time.
Which character from any medium or franchise would you like to see written into a different world / story?
I think I have an answer, but I don't know it. Like it's in my mind somewhere.
I mean, I'm gonna go. And it's Sawyer from Lost. And I don't know if
Do you like Laws?
I don't know if we're talking about like pulling a character out and like being like, you don't belong in this world, or like I would like to see Sawyer in another story.
Yeah, that's what I assume.
Yeah, like I would love to see like a Sawyer.
He's just a dude.
He's
He's not like even Sonic the Hedgehog, man. He can't run fast.
he
I would be Sonic the Hedgehog, but he'd be in Twilight.
what?
I thought it'd be Team Sonic.
And then we would recut that scene where he's got her on her back and he's like running through the forest, but instead it's Sonic.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And Edward just can't catch up, and he runs her somewhere else.
Bella's
He's like,
getting whipped in the face, like
Yeah,
at
I love
speed.
it's not going to be a great trip, but then they get far enough away, and he's like, "Yo, Bella, like, come on."
And she's flayed. She's dead.
No, damn
Her
it.
all skin is gone.
Oh no, Sonic, why?
I feel like I have an answer, but it's like it's too deep. I can't pull it out yet. No, like, you know what I mean, right? It's like
No,
no, I have hints of the character and hints of the story that it's there, and I just can't think of. Why is that so surprising? Why is that so weird for you to understand?
it's not surprising because I know you. It's
I don't understand why it's a weird thing for me to say.
Do
It's
you-
not in the back of my mind.
do you
There's a
have a-
character I'm thinking about. I
Really?
can't think of it right now.
My
like on the tip of your tongue.
my impulse is
Yes,
just
exactly.
seeing Doctor House in different situations. Like I just want to see Doctor House have to deal with children or something, you know? Like
There's no episode where he does.
Problem.
yeah,
Just
but
like
he's always
kids.
rude. I don't know.
Well, hey, let me tell you, I don't think he's gonna change.
No.
I think he's just gonna be a dick no matter what.
Yeah, I
who
can't answer
you-
this right now.
Okay,
Okay,
so
we can come back.
We'll come back. At some point.
I'll go through these really quickly. Feelings about Wizards of the Coast as a company.
That's a deep question. Should we have a wing first?
Wizards of the
That's
yeah. Let's
deep. That's
okay.
deep.
That's
Yeah.
a spicy
That's a
one.
really deep one.
No, that's a level 5 wing spice level.
Yeah.
Now we're at level 5.
Okay, with this
right?
question, we are probably committing some sort of career suicide to some degree.
It's okay.
No,
We're
no, I have
Paizo
Yeah, well,
boys.
Paizo
We
boys.
are boys. I'm saying that, but it's just like whatever we say here is we're like, oh, they're never going to be working.
Are we killing your like
Paizo, we
little
love
deal?
you.
He's trying
Yeah.
to- All right. This one is
the oil.
Fly by Jing Sichuan Gold.
This is-
46,000.
46,000. So just a little baby jump.
Just only 15,000 Scoville units.
I'm worried about it being oil. That's my
Yeah,
fear. That's
yeah.
why I'm like a little nervous about it.
I'm already starting to respect.
Bit.
I got drool coming out of me.
That one's
Some kind
gross.
of dog.
That one's gross.
It's all right.
Well, now we're not going to work with them, Terry. Career
Okay.
suicide.
I don't care. We're not doing a Hot Wings podcast.
Yeah.
That's gross. Fuck that.
I will say I actually have this one at home. It works really well in like soups or like on noodles and shit.
Hmm.
I don't think it's a good wing sauce. Although honestly, I'm not mad at it.
It's not hot. Doesn't taste good. It's gross.
I could take it or leave it.
All right.
Right, so far
To be honest.
So far, my prediction is I was like, I feel confident about the first 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
First 5 I felt pretty good about.
I feel pretty good about it so far.
Yeah.
Still.
I think Wizards of the Coast of the Company has a lot of great designers and developers working for it. I think they're both doing great things.
Yes.
I'm also a big Magic the Gathering player.
Yeah.
My-
Same. Yeah. Same.
So they do great. They get dealt with a lot of shit. They get told off a lot. My issue is with Hasbro. Hasbro, send your assassin. And just how they're sort of pushing things rapidly. Like they're not giving a lot of time for things to develop.
That's true.
Um,
I've been kind of having an issue with how how fast Magic has been with
Yeah.
stuff, and it feels weird. And I hear you.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of cool stuff. Like we're not like none of us love 5e. We've never been 5e people.
No.
But I do like how they're going out of their way to making this new live tabletop program and stuff that they're doing. So I think once again, there's a lot of people who mean really well, who are doing great work and really trying
That's
to
right.
push a platform that so many people love.
Yes.
For me, it's just like, what are they trying to achieve with that is where it gets iffy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Send your assassin.
I don't know. It's like obviously on a personal level, like I know there are a bunch of incredible creators working for them, and obviously if we're talking about the company, we're not talking about them. But I think when you send Pinkertons after people for your
that's
up,
right.
and also the OGL, and it's like they've just been like making it really easy to see who they are as a company the last year, and it's like obviously not great, and that's about all.
Yeah, that OGL thing.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. It just they seem pretty shitty.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if that OGL really made it feel weird. Honestly, it felt like
The Pinkertons thing.
I didn't realize
read-
Pinkertons were real or
Yeah,
a thing
no one
anymore
did.
until then.
Yeah.
The weird thing is they are still like Old West. Like they rolled up in like a carriage, cowboy hats.
Revolvers out.
What about your hot take about Wizards of the Coast?
I agree with Ryan. I think there's probably a lot of really great people who work there and develop there and write there and stuff. I like what they've done, things of like going back and sort of like fixing dated ideas about certain things. Like Strahd, there was a character who had a prosthetic limb or a leg or an arm or something, and like in the original flavor text, it was like it's her dirty shame, it's her secret, like she's horrified, like she's deformed, she's gross, and like it was this whole crux of this character of like the fact that she had a prosthetic limb was like if anyone found out about it, she would like try to kill the place, like and like it was really gross. And then like when they re-released Strahd, it ended up being sort of like a point of pride, and it wasn't like it was just sort of like they have it and it's not a big deal. They also introduced a bunch of like there wasn't as much of like a gray area in terms of like Strahd's sexuality. I think it is very clear that like he is fluid in his gender or his sexuality as well, whereas before it was kind of like a dirty secret again.
Is
We got
is that in
Nitlin.
Strahd at all?
A little bit. Let's
Oh,
get
okay.
We got Nitlin.
Hey,
Hi, Dylan.
hello.
What up?
the modern Strahd, like that's the one adventure I've run a little bit of and I've bought and I read through.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Like the story is great.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing that I'm like, okay, that's a campaign that's really well done. Obviously, and they did a great job taking the original version and putting it up to 5e for new generations to enjoy. So that's great.
Yeah.
And once again, they really did update it with love. And there's once again, there's a lot of people who just love that game and love the stories that they've told and are telling. And are putting so much work into it. It's just you corporate assholes. Same the assassin.
I'm gonna.
Not my sweet boy. I love him too much.
Alright, I specifically have some gripe with 5e that I'm ready to burn it all down with. All right,
God.
5e is not a bad system. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's a bad system. I don't like advantage or disadvantage. I know people love it. I just like it. Doesn't matter. That's not where I'm going with this. That's not where we're starting. I think they need to put a lot more effort into storytelling. I am so upset that most of the stories are not good. And the ones that are ones that are old and are refurbished.
Yeah.
Every single one I've ever ran has been boring. There's no interesting characters. It's very dull. Except the ones that come from Curse of Strahd or the other, or I know there's other ones beyond that that are actually good, but that's what I'm kind of coming from. I want them to put some effort in.
I've never read a single D&D module, so I can't attest to that. I don't know how many people I know other than Curse of Strahd, I don't know how many people are actually running like D&D modules. I feel like a lot of the big D&D like shows and stuff are all homebrew, and I think that lends itself to like D&D's strength of being like it is very, very easy to tailor it to whatever the fuck you want.
Well,
exactly.
That's the trick, is that people have to get like it's a storytelling collaborative game. I know a lot of people play D&D and tabletop RPGs to get like a strategy experience from it.
Mm-hmm.
But at any point you're like, oh, this campaign is missing interesting things.
Yeah.
Add them yourself.
And I do agree with that. I do agree with that.
Like like the most played D&D adventure for 5e I think ever will be Mine of Fandelver, which is the very first intro thing that came out for levels 1 to 5. I ran it with my partner and her friends once. We had a great time because we added stuff to make it the experience that we wanted it to be. And they're also making a sequel to Fandelver finally coming out this year, which I'm actually interested to check out. But so I think, once again, I get it. We're all not improvisers or writers, but just have fun with it. If you're missing something, just add it.
I agree and disagree with you on this.
They're just like the books are this thin. Like they can't give you everything. Just do it.
I want at least inspire me to make something interesting. If I sit down with a Paizo book, I'm going to be enjoying the story. I'm going to find interesting things I can build off of. I can build a character in this world more so than I can build a character in those worlds.
Yeah, you can do it. Like all you need is like, oh, there's an empty merchant's hall in this town. That's all. Why is it empty? What's going on there? What could be going on there? But that's all you need. Just use your brain.
I know, but it's so uninspiring. I don't want to.
Inspire yourself.
No.
All right.
Okay, we're halfway through all of our sauces.
I'm gonna burn through these questions really quick.
Okay.
We have a question for you two specifically because you're the only ones that play Magic.
Sure.
Is there a what would you love to see in the next universe beyond?
Oh,
that?
the answer is easy. Star Wars.
Okay.
Give us Star Wars cards. That's what people want. That's what I see more fan
I
made Star
just had
Wars
this.
Car
Magic
Wars.
cards than anything else. Just give us Star Wars.
I just had this conversation.
If you're gonna do Doctor Who, do Star Wars.
No, it's not Doctor Who. What is it? I had this conversation just recently.
I can tell you what mine would be.
Yeah, sure, please.
So I'm hype about the Lord of the Rings, even though I've never played Magic. The Lord of the Rings cards look cool. I love Lord of the Rings. I think if they did a Steven Erickson like Malazan Book of the Fallen,
Yeah.
I would get Magic that day.
oh,
I would love to see Lost. Lost cards.
I would love.
Smoke Monster?
I would love some Soulsborne.
Okay.
I love that
Okay.
so much.
I could fuck
as
with that
Magic,
for sure.
it just kind of fits that vibe.
Yeah,
It'd be
for
really
sure.
cool.
I'd be shocked if we don't get something like that eventually, because the Japanese media has been seeping so much into what Wizards of the Coast are trying to produce.
Yeah, because I can see it already. There's like the pyromancy stuff, red. There's the actual magic, right, blue, and it's like I can see it. It's all there. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Longest session you've ever played?
I know it was us, but
Like what, 10, 12 hours on a Thanksgiving?
It was the Thanksgiving. It was the Battle of the
final fight.
Fort Rennick.
Yeah.
No, it was Fort Rennick.
We
for
spent
sure.
what, 6 hours
No, I
trying
wasn't
to
there for that
argue
one.
about how to get from some trees to a wall?
So I had built. There's a
Not even
final,
joking.
there's a final fight at the end of Book 3 of Rise of the Rune Lords, and it's cool. I built like the fort out. It's pretty obvious that that's where it's going. It's not a big of a spoiler. And it's like this huge fort that I built out like to measurement, like to scale.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time working on it. And I was like, oh, there's so many like cool different things. And there's like the fight itself is really planned out of being like a lot of if then scenarios of being like, oh, if this happens, this happens. If this happens, this happens. If they go here, this happens. And like timers as well, being like, oh, if X amount of time passes after this has happened.
Yeah.
But so
We had like the day off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got there like probably about midday.
Yeah. It was around like 1 or 2.
And we played, I would say, till about midnight, 1 or 2. But we did spend 6 hours trying to make it 60 feet from the trees to the walls.
It was 100. It was
100 feet. You see? So it makes sense that we spent.
It was a clearing, so there was like woods that they could approach the base, and then the fort out in like a clearing. And in my mind, it was something I did not. I was just like, oh yeah, sure, okay, great.
Across the field or something.
Like I just read it, and it got to the point where like I was just like, that will work, and they're like, nope, it won't work. There's no way that's where. I was like, it will work. Just do it.
At that point, I would have just jumped and seen what happened.
I mean,
Well, so we had a monk who was able to like, if he ran, could get there because of like fast movement. So
Yeah,
he did
ran
that,
like 100 feet.
and then
around
you
me.
became like a horse, or you summoned.
No, I made a horse because our road could hide in shadow. So the horse walked out of the forest towards the walls.
I can't.
He hid in the
I can't
shadow,
believe this.
so he was almost invisible. We went right up to the wall. I think I made a lightning strike over there to distract the guards.
Yeah,
while I ran
and
across,
birds.
and we had birds, and that was very funny because it was eagles, and they had a whole. Anyway, it was a nightmare. It was a great session, but we did spend 6 hours trying
Yeah.
to move
My God.
100 feet.
Yeah.
We had a similar flash of that when I was running. It was a mountain, and it was just like the amount. It literally was a full session of just you guys discussing what to do and how to go up, and nothing happened. It took forever. So frustrating.
We have a lot, so maybe we should do what we were about to do, and then
Yes, let's do what we were about to do. So you're watching this on Misty Mountain's Twitch. They have been really, really great to us. We are part of their Adventuring League program. We spent a lot of time with them this weekend at Fan Expo.
they're all amazing.
They're all great.
We
So,
met
such great
so
people.
many
So every
people.
single one.
Joel, Ian, Misfit, Parker. We met so many
yeah.
people. Sophie, who's running the stream.
Lauren as well, who helped me get those QR codes. It's been a
Yeah.
great. It's every single person I've met.
Just all legends. Gave us some really cool dice to give away as well. It made
Yes,
some people's
absolutely.
days. A baby rolled their first nat 20 to get our first Misty dice of the weekend,
That's pretty good.
and it was a great moment. So we're gonna open one of the mystery bags that we got on stream and just show you guys what cool stuff's in it. 'Cause
Yes.
we're dying to open them,
Yeah.
and
Wish we had a better camera angle for
This
this.
is just an excuse.
Yeah,
Well,
we,
we'll just run up.
We
We'll
did.
wrap up.
We did we were picking up our stuff, and we literally couldn't decide between all the cool shit that Missy had at their stand. So we're like, the only way we're ever going to leave here and get back to our booth on time is if we just get mystery bags.
Yeah.
Because it's too hard. Like the amount of time we spent just looking at things.
Yeah, no, the dice.
I'm gonna avoid them.
And we have-
one because there's always a big one in there, right? So it's
I assume our code has been popping up. I can see it. So,
actually.
oh yeah, I guess you.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's hard to show. I don't know how to show
Well,
those.
describe them. What do we got?
Yeah, they're like a red
Okay.
and gold mist.
We got-
It's not candy over there.
We'll pass them to Dane. Dane will.
Face fire.
I'm not the seller here.
So this is like if you were playing a Solarian.
Not yet.
That's hard to-
A specific Solarian, all right.
Oh,
I'm sort of
It's like-
jealous I can't get them.
It's like a red and purple, reddish
There's some
Yellow.
sparkles in there.
sparkles. This one, so fucking cool. I've never seen dice this color. It's hard to see with this like.
They're cotton
they're cotton
candy.
candy.
yeah, they're amazing. We got a dice or wow, yeah, a dice pin. It's a D20. It says Dungeon Master. Very cool.
Hell
Yeah,
Grab something.
prove it on.
We put it on Dane or Terry, both.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Oh,
Oh, we got a Misty Mountain dice bag.
Dice bag. Where's the mountain?
There, these two
hold on, we still got the big hefty dice in
I
there.
think I haven't drawn one yet, so Dane, I think, or
We've
you.
all.
I've drawn one. Dane, you draw that big one, the big sexy one.
I think I got the big sexy.
Well, I'll see.
But it's
Wait.
It's
Is there another ranger?
Ranger.
Ranger.
Not a ranger.
I don't know. I never got to play one.
I'll be a ranger, whatever.
Yeah.
Got some
I'll take
metal
the- I'll take
dice.
the ranger.
Some metal dice. They actually look sick as hell.
Coming over to
Well, these are actually the ones I kind of wanted to get. So they're metal dice.
They're like etched almost.
Yeah, they got etching and there's like a reflective
Let's see.
like sheen on them.
Oh, that's also a great.
Oh, sick. Very
Yeah.
arbiter, actually.
Yeah, these are very very cool.
Oh.
So that's what you get from the mystery bags.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah. 3 beautiful dice, all of which I want to play with.
Yeah, I believe you're guaranteed with the $50 packs. You're guaranteed a metal set, 2 acrylic, and then a bunch of cool like swag.
Yeah.
So like right here, you have enough to play pretty much any character. You got a shit ton of. You got 3 sets of dice, a bag, and
That's sick.
if you can't
2 bags for your adventuring party.
Yeah, and if you can't figure out what race or class to play,
Yeah, just pick a
It-
dice and build around that.
Apparently, ranger.
or just pull the
Oh, yeah,
band
sure.
down, whatever band it is.
What happens if they're all rangers though?
Oops.
Okay,
all
Rangers,
Rangers.
all Rangers. Let's try to be quick because we got a bunch.
Yeah, we need to move on to
Yeah.
the thing.
Lesser known TTRPG game you wish would get more mainstream attention.
Easy.
Oh, I have it.
Lancer.
Lancer.
Lancer, so good. Giant robots, like really Gundam like, really good. The storytelling element is really simple. The combat is intricate and like crunchy in all the good ways. You can do whatever you want. You can be a tiny little robot. You can be a big robot. You can have swords. You can have lasers. It's so much fun. Play Lancer.
I love Delta Green. I don't know if it's not like I don't know if it's small or if it's small.
I think it's definitely
I
small.
think it's
because I know it's literally just ran by the writer and them doing it. So I think it's small, but I love that system so much. And you know, if you're a GM who likes scarring their players, it's the perfect game for you.
I'm surprised Dane doesn't run it more because he loves scarring us, but so do you.
I do.
Fuck. I don't know. I would say like
Blades.
maybe Blades
But
because I
Blades
don't
is
want to just
weird,
copy you
so.
guys. Blades is pretty decent.
Blades is coming up.
Or maybe Stewpot. Stewpot was incredible. I don't think
Stewpot,
anybody-
actually, low key.
I think that's my choice.
Actually, low
Yeah.
key, yeah, I agree on
What's
some.
Stewpot?
So Stewpot is a super cozy RPG. There's really no like
There's no DM.
there's
Yeah.
no DM. It's literally collaborative storytelling, and the whole premise is
You're retiring your adventurers after like the campaign is done. And it's amazing. We did a one shot with Dice Fiends,
Yeah.
Yes.
and we had so much fun doing it.
I got so invested in a character that I had played for maybe an hour that I
Yeah.
almost cried at the end of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
there
I was the
was
same. I was so touched.
I was getting really choked up when
Yeah.
I did my
Yeah.
so essentially what it is like the whole premise of the game is as Al said you're retiring your adventures and what you're doing is you have a list of like the epic abilities that you've learned over the course of your adventure and you're trading those abilities in for simple town mechanics.
Yeah.
So like you could be like, oh, I have, pinpoint perfection eyesight and I can see a target from, 1,000 miles away and I'm going to turn that into I can help repair buildings after a
yeah. You
disaster.
trade in your adventure skills for like townsfolk skills, and it's
That's good.
honestly it was powerful. It really got us in the feels far more than
it hit me so hard. Like you straight up at the end of the game because like the way it ends is like after you do your thing, it's like you ask another player a question about their character and stuff.
Yeah, that's how
And
you
it's
end the
moments-
game. And
It's moments like that, and you're feeling your. oh, it's heartwarming. I loved it. I loved it so much.
So if you're looking for a way to like wrap up your campaign,
Shit, that smells spicy.
yeah, I was spitting that out and it got me.
It's about
Oh.
real.
We're on 6.
Should we pound more questions? quickly, or just-
Let's get some
Okay, I
wins
think we're
going.
gonna
Yeah,
get
What's your answer?
I think I'm agreeing with you.
Okay,
so far,
super.
yeah.
All right.
This is chili lengua de fuego.
I need a fresh paper towel.
This is the
Okay,
turmeric
here you
bomb.
go.
Yes, I will also take one, please. Actually, no, I'm good. I'm good. This is the turmeric bomb.
Here you go.
It's a Honduran hot sauce.
Nice.
Highlights tangy turmeric, zippy ginger, Scotch bonnet, ghost or chocolate ghost, and jalapeno peppers, as well as the authentic Honduran spirit called.
I got at the end of the day.
I think this is the point where I stop eating the whole wing and just
Yeah, I think this is going to be a
Bite.
bite from me.
This
This
looks
is
great.
69,000 Scoville.
Yay, nice. All right, cheers, guys.
All right.
I can feel the fear.
Yeah, this is.
it
like I
smells
said,
so fucking spicy.
I was confident at 5.
Teeth out. Teeth out. Don't get on your lips.
Now it's all over my lips.
all over my lips. Yep.
So I guess we should talk about real quick
Sorry.
how we're doing with Spike.
That was
Ryan is an East Coaster.
Spiciest thing I had growing up was ketchup.
that wasn't as spicy as it smelled though.
I think it's gonna get you.
I mean,
Let me see that bite. Where'd you take? Let me
okay,
see this
there,
bite.
there, oh, there it is. I took a nice chunk out of there. All right. Fuck it, I'll do another one. That was actually, you know what?
That one's fine.
That was tasty.
I like it.
Honestly, very
It does.
tasty.
That one actually does have heat compared to the other ones, though. But you know, so
A little bit. I think it'll build.
Should have wrote a will.
I think this is the one that I think this is when we're gonna start like
Yeah.
getting it because like just talking right now.
Well, we only have 4
Oh,
more.
I have a super controversial one for you.
Go for it. Hit
Are
me.
you ready? This is
I'm fucking ready.
here's where the questions start getting a little spicier. I know we have some questions in the chat, but I just want to get one of these out, and then we can just jump right into it.
Yeah, sure.
How do you deal with a toxic player?
I got my player knife. Is this as a DM?
Yes, I think so, or even as a player, but I think as a GM, that's the point of the question.
Well, I think the simple answer is what you should do in any situation, which is just talk about it.
Okay.
Letting
Okay.
things fester is not going to help anybody.
Mhm.
If you have an issue, just be a reasonable adult.
Okay.
And you would hope the person you're talking to about that issue will reciprocate that and just speak about
Definitely
it.
builds, yeah.
And what if they don't?
Well, then you say, hey, man, this isn't working out. Go fucking fly a kite.
There you go. Fair enough.
I think it's on 2 factors. You need to run a session 0.
Yes.
You need to have a session 0, and you need to explain what the campaign is going to be and what you expect from the players and what the players want to do. Right? So if you're sitting down, you're like, I'm going to run a very linear narrative adventure path that doesn't have a whole lot of opportunities for branching storylines and like sandbox elements. But your players are like, well, we want a sandboxy as we go, do whatever you want kind of thing. Obviously, you're not going to fit. So you need to like sort of readjust what you guys want to do.
That one sneaks up on me.
Oh yeah, no, it's
No,
good.
that one's
It
not.
builds, yeah. It's
Yeah.
build.
Oh, I'm going to be a mess.
I'm gonna give the real advice here. What you do is you don't talk about it. You let it fester. You're like, you just you talk about it behind their back, and just slowly get more and more
Nope.
mad, and then you just stop inviting them.
So
And it's like, oh no, the group fell apart, and
Be
then
an
you do the
adult.
second
Talk
group.
about stuff.
Actually, no, this is the real answer.
Yeah.
You talk.
I'm using my first
Yeah,
lifeline.
me too.
I'm not using any lifeline. I'm not there yet.
I just want to see if it's gonna work.
You can let me know. But yeah, that's by far like honestly, it's just talk to them. Like be an adult. Be like, hey, is this working? Is it not? I mean, to be fair, I had one real toxic player that none of you have ever met who was nightmare. I've never had a worse player.
Fuck that person.
I've never had a player who was just like so actively just wanted to ruin the game. He was just like, it was so weird because you would talk to him, you would build a character with him, and it seemed great. And he would go into a shop like, oh, can I buy that? Like, oh yeah, it's this much. Like, I don't want to pay that. Oh, you can't have it. All right, I kill a shopkeep. It was like one of those types of players. It was
So-
like so
Yeah.
frustrating.
Here's
so-
the thing, and I love this example of being like, if a shopkeeper has hundreds of thousands of gold, even tens of thousands of gold worth of magic items,
Yeah.
that shopkeeper can defend themselves.
Yes, for sure.
There's no reason why a shopkeeper would have that much fucking shit. It would be like a bank being like,
Yeah.
that bank has thousands, if not millions of dollars in it. No security, no cameras, no
Yeah. Like just in a bag. in the corner of the
that,
room.
that if anyone wanted to, all they have to do is take it.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I think
fuck
their
you.
ability to defend themselves should be proportional to whatever wares
They have, yeah.
Yeah.
If
Like the
if
dude
it's
selling
a black,
8 turnips.
yeah. If it's
he-
a sure,
Yeah.
but then consequences.
And I do agree. And if I heard that beforehand, I would have done it. It's not what happened. It was just a miserable experience. Made me kind of hate the game for a while, but I came back to it. You know,
I've always wanted
we
to.
met you all, and you're
And you met-
you're actually the most amazing player.
Aw.
It's seriously,
Each other so
you
much.
guys are amazing, and it's just like you want to sit down, you want to play the game, you want to do the story, and I have players that actually do that. It was great, and it was such a breath of fresh air.
That's probably the thing I love most about doing the podcast is that like every time we sit down, we are like we're in the story, we're drowning in the story, and I
Yeah.
love that because that's what I want to do. You know, and
Yeah.
it's weird. Like I am Cody for 2 hours. So.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
yeah,
that's one thing I do want to interject is you need to temper your expectations of your players as well, right? If it might not be a toxic player situation, it might be you're expecting your players to be Laura Bailey,
Yeah.
or Brenda
Brianna
Leone again,
Gar,
or you know what I mean? Like
Bailey.
in a home
Wilson
game, our
Johnson.
home games are way more unhinged and way less focused than when we're recording.
absolutely.
Right?
Sure, yeah.
Because when we're recording and when Critical Role is recording and when Dimension 20 is recording, they're at work.
Yeah.
That's our job, right? So like, if you're expecting your friends who you have to like fight to get together for X amount of time, if you expect them to come in like it's work, you're going to be disappointed. So
Yeah.
make sure you have your expectations tempered as
And
well.
honestly, in a 4-hour game, it's like it's it's a chill, it's fun. You can tell a story, and you know what? Hey, we're going to Uber Eats, and shit's gonna
Yeah.
interrupt. Just
Honestly, like half
Pretty
the
chill.
time we have a rolling Uber Eats order that isn't there or someone cooking
Yeah.
all at the same time while we're playing. We make it work because we love the game, we love each other, we respect each other.
it's
But
just a time to hang out. Really, we're not. It's not like our actual
Yeah.
podcast,
is
right?
it perfect? No. Okay, we got a few questions here.
Yeah, please.
Let's rapid fire them.
Sophie, have any of you played with someone who's toxic? You've answered yours.
Yes.
Yes. We had one in our campaign.
I've never. Hold on, let me finish 1 sec. I've never had a player who was like, "Hey, we're starting an adventure. It's all great. Everyone's having a good time." And the robot that's telling us what to do, our next step, he literally just destroys it for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
It was so sorry. I had to get that out.
It's okay. We had a player like that at the start who just like did not understand the game, I guess, would try to shoot the shopkeeper, would like if they didn't get their way, would shoot whoever. At one point, it was like a very obvious story hook. So we're like, okay, well, I'll go. He's like, no. I'm like, why? He's like, no, I'm gonna patrol the castle walls. Like, why? He's like, can I earn money? And they were like, I don't know, a copper, sure. He's like, okay. So it's like he was just patrolling the castle walls for no
While you
reason,
were off
earning
on
a
an
copper
adventure?
while we were doing our thing. And it was just like, it sucked. Like, by all means, split the party. By all means, do stuff if there's a narrative or like character reason that like is fun and exciting and makes sense.
Sure.
Not just like obstinate, like fuck you, I'm gonna do my. It's the me show.
Yeah, that was the vibe you got. I'm not sure about you two. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I was very spoiled.
Mhm.
Luckily, like I got to start playing with a bunch of improvisers and comedians in Newfoundland.
Oh, that sounds.
So we spent more time playing pretend and way less time doing combat. We had a combat. I remember one campaign we did early on where one of the guys played a character called the Beef Hammer,
Oh,
and he was just a WWE wrestler.
Amazing.
Who was a barbarian in a barbarian world who just suplexed everybody. And it was a lot of fun. And then I started playing with other people. I was like, oh, things change. But no,
Yeah.
talks.
Zane, what about yours?
I mean, like this
Same
was
player.
the
Same-
boys,
yeah, that
right?
was-
Like
that was
I
there for
started
that, so-
playing with Niall and our other like home friends, and
Mhm.
like so I've been very very blessed with
Yeah.
very little toxicity.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
I
again,
feel lucky for you.
Yeah,
Or
like
I feel
we
like jealous of you in a way.
that's why we started. It's like these are like my best friends. Let's
Yeah.
do something.
Existential Nerd says, if I need to make a shopkeeper has to deal with that type of player, I promise you they have a bag in the corner where they put the bodies.
That's fair, and I agree.
Stack them money.
From now on, if I run into a player who wants to do that to the barkeep, I guess that's where the level 20 wizard retired.
So something I would love to do if I ever had like a party of murder hobos, I would love to like they do it, and I would just let them do it for like a whole session. I'd let them get away with fucking murder,
Yeah.
and then the next town they walked into, they would run into a party of murder hobos who are level 20, and they would fucking murder them.
Yeah.
And just ruin them, and they would realize that they had been plane shifted to a world where they were the lowest level of people and could not ever do it. Like you just couldn't,
That's a level of spite. That's
That
big.
time I was reincarnated as a level 1 murder hobo, my favorite anime.
right? And it's just like, and then it's like, cool. Like someone's asked you to do something, you You can not do it, but they'll come and find you and kill you. And because they're high level, they will resurrect you and be like, now I'm not paying you to do it. Get going.
So just bully them.
Just bully them. If you're gonna do it to me, I'm gonna do it right back to you.
If you could remove one class from any TTRPG, what would it be?
I don't know.
Why?
A class is a mechanic for me.
Oh, that's
I don't.
I have a very, very good answer.
I don't love pets.
Animal companions.
I don't love animal companions or any kind of companion because
You heard it here first. Ryan hates animals.
No, don't clip that.
Juno's listening.
Don't clip that. I don't like. It's like, especially when you're playing for the first time, you get a level like animal companion level 1. You're putting so much onus on the GM to flesh out your character with how the animal reacts.
Right.
Yeah.
Just do it. I just prefer when you're that expectations on you.
That's fair.
I agree,
Well,
actually.
you could have
like-
the pet and just.
Well, see, I'm not like I could have a pet, but like for newer players, I feel like they usually put all the expectation on you to deal with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Instead of explaining what the pet does, they look at you to do that. Like, have your animals, but I don't know.
that's fair.
You ready
I
for, you ready
hate
for
pets.
controversial? Bards. I scratch them. I feel like everyone who plays a bard, I think it is so stereotypical. I think everyone plays bards very, very
You didn't like
similarly.
my bard from that story?
I think, and you did great,
Okay.
but I think bards,
Jesus Christ.
I think bards are very, very
Okay.
one-dimensional typically. And I'm not saying I feel like rogues and all that, but I think
My bard.
people think bards are like they think charisma and don't go much further than that.
That's fair. I
You
mean,
know what I mean? And it's-
I don't disagree with you. I'm giving you shit.
I think you could say that about any class. Like people, I think play paladins all very
Yeah,
boring, right?
Yeah.
But I
Man,
think
you're just like you're just
You're
straight up
pissing people
us.
off. Oh, Ryan got clipped, and now you've angered people.
Yeah, I'm salty too. I like bards.
I like bards, but I think the persona that people usually attribute to bards, I would like to see them on other untraditional classes, right? Like why can't the
Oh,
paladin? Why can't the paladin
Why can't
of
the
Shaylin
paladin fuck
have a
the
guitar?
dragon?
Why can't the paladin try to fuck the dragon?
You know what?
Just
Because
don't
they're
everything though.
vows don't let them.
I will say it.
True.
Here's it's a hot take. It's gonna piss people off. Warlock, get them the fuck out. They don't belong anywhere.
We don't play the game with warlock.
I know.
in it.
I don't
You're
like
just
it.
You're just.
I don't like
the
it.
answer.
Oh, elder class. That's all you can do. Play a better class.
I get rid of fighters.
I mean,
I would replace them with
They're a
something
little generic.
that's less, because a fighter is a hammer. It's like I hit things.
Yeah.
I would replace it with stuff that we have to specialize, almost like monk fighting styles, in more exciting ways, right? Like instead of being
Mhm.
just a straight fighter that uses everything,
Yeah.
you can like specialize in various weapons. I think
Yeah.
that would be way more fun.
That's one thing that 5e actually does decent is that you do have a weapon, like a fighter archetype you have to pick pretty early on.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair.
Oh, okay. That's
Where
not
you're,
great.
you're a champion or you're a weapons master, an Eldritch Knight, like you have all
Honestly,
these options.
Okay, so I should be hired by
merge monk
Wizard
and
Co-
fighter together in a way
To
because
me,
like
it's hard for me to like pick this question because we're coming from a Paizo background,
where you
especially
can
a
kind of make anything do anything.
Pathfinder 1E question where it's like if I wanted a bard paladin, like a paladin, or play a paladin that played like a bard, I could. Like the amount of options that 1E gives you and the flexibility of it, it's hard to be like it's this one class. I know I've triggered someone specific.
oh, I think we all did.
You're getting teleported into the ocean next session. So. There was a question, I believe.
Well, I can.
Okay, we've got a wing team here, boys. We're here to eat wings.
Wait. Oh, it's time for
What's this
wing
one? What's
7. Wing 7 is Karma Sauce, Cosmic Disco, 130,000. Red Jalapenos, Scorpion Peppers. It's going to be Dorty.
So this is
this
our
one?
first.
I'm gonna try to avoid my lips on.
This is our first venture into the 100,000 Scoville.
I got the chunkiest boy. How can I avoid my lips on this? Fuck you all.
Teeth out, baby.
Oh, it's not hurts the nose.
Ha!
I like that one.
There you go, fuck yourself.
I actually really like that one.
Tastes good.
It's a good tasting one,
There it
but
is.
I think I'm going to be
Oh,
smart
it's
and
spicy, yeah.
It's hitting on the back end a lot.
I don't think I'm taking another bite.
No.
Oh no! Fuck no! Fuck no! That will kill me. That one's hot, like straight up. But
Okay, I'm feeling. Oh, I'm gonna keep my fucking mouth shut until I get through this list. before I
like
say
it. Oh,
anything.
okay, I'm ready.
Good though.
No, it's tasty. The flavor's on point. Spice is a bit much. That's why I probably wouldn't eat it regularly. But
Okay.
hey, I'm going to tell you right now. That's going to be your answer for everything here.
I know,
Spice is a bit much.
yeah.
I love this question. So Sophie asks, what is a moment that sticks with you from a past campaign where you just felt overwhelming joy? A moment that has stayed with you.
Holy shit!
Harpy wedding.
A Harpy wedding was incredible.
Harpy wedding was
Harpy wedding was
Harpy
pretty good.
wedding.
so. Backstory. Once again, in Skulls and Shackles, there's a point in time where you're sort of like adventuring on an island, and we got to the point where like we were fighting a lot of stuff, and we, again, as players, don't like monotony.
We're lovers.
And we were like, there's got to be a way to like keep some of these people on the island without just being like, we're just gonna like kill everything. It's boring. So
Hey, I'm glad you guys did it, honestly.
however we got there, we decided to make a pact with the Harpies that they got to marry one of the one of our party members.
Literally the evil player of the party, because the Harpies are evil and they can do they're like, okay, this guy has the vibes we like, so they're like,
Yeah.
we want him to marry my daughter, right?
So
we're
this-
doing it for a union.
This whole session, we just winged a whole like getting ready, getting the guy ready, like
Yeah.
preparing this wedding, and it was like
And the best
absolutely
thing
not in the
was,
book.
It was our least role play person who was doing it too, and he got so into it.
He did good. I was proud of him. That was my favorite session with him in that. Oh, there's a few others, but mine was specifically in Return of the Relords. It's when we had our same character, oddly enough.
Yeah, we like throwing him into the deep end role play, and he does well.
Oh no, this wasn't him that did this on this.
Okay, what do you?
The hotness is making it talking really hard.
It is making it talking.
It fills your mouth with like spit.
It feels
Although
almost
I'm saying
gummy.
we're doing better than like some people on the show. Like
Fair.
we haven't had our breakdown yet. Although
My
the next song
stomach
is
emptying out of my face and into my mouth.
I haven't done the bomb yet.
Let me finish the story. Hopefully, I can. Basically, what happened was Yuri was the little girl who was a super cool spellcaster, and she had to do a ritual on her own. And what happened was the ritual went bad, and instead of transporting the entire party, just her went to like a really dangerous place. And it was when that moment happened, there was shock and like surprise on the characters. Like it was a what the fuck moment for all the characters. And it was then that it felt so good as a GM because you guys were in it. In that moment, you were in the story, and it felt so good to be like, hey, we all pulled along here at this moment, and we were all joined in that. And talking sucks. Fuck me.
I think that
I regret biting the entire wing.
yeah, I made my call and I'm glad that I did.
We're
Yeah, you
about
guys are smart. You could add all your things together. It would be like half of the bites I took.
Yeah,
Feel it.
That was
Yeah.
a hard story to
watch
get out.
yourself, saucy rag on face. Make sure you have a separate face rag.
It's a clean rag. Clean
All
rag.
right.
Clean rag. I got a clean rag.
One of us goes blind. It's not my goddamn fault.
All right.
How you doing, Ryan? You're kind of dancing over
How
there.
do your faces feel in detail?
So
Sweaty.
my lips, right on here,
Yep.
feel like they're covered in hot sand. My tongue on the very tippy top
Yeah.
feels like it's also covered in hot sand. And I want to drink salt water or something to make myself feel better.
Tippy top.
It has milk, but you can hold off. Can you hold off?
I'm holding off.
So this sucks for me. It's bad because I am lactose intolerant, so I don't get I don't know if I have oat milk. I don't know if that's gonna.
Just chew on grass.
If you could
man.
know the truth about one thing, what would it be? And it could be anything.
One thing.
One
Know the
thing.
truth?
Yeah, Ghostface just gave us this one too.
Oh,
I know for sure.
Yeah,
The hidden secret puzzle at the end of the escape room.
Oh, okay.
that's actually fair.
It's killing me.
That's
I'm
actually
just say Atlantis. I'm gonna come straight out and say, what's going on with that?
that's fair. That's
I
fair.
will say to those that don't know, and why would you? We did an escape room for Terry's bachelor party, and essentially it was made with like the help of like Canadian cybersecurity department or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
CSIS.
Woo.
If you succeed, and it was a 13% success or 16% success rate. If you succeeded, you got an extra hidden puzzle, and if you did that, you got an interview for this like code breaking program. And we did not succeed, and we have no idea what it is.
that's fair. That's fair.
Dane, what's your price on drinking a full glass of milk on stream?
It's not worth it for us. No,
Um,
absolutely not.
I mean, Brian's staying with me.
He has to pay. He's the one that has to actually
Yeah.
pay.
I'll sacrifice Ryan for this. If 100 people join our Patreon right now, our next tier, Dane will do it. I know he will.
If 3 people do it, I think that could be. We could maybe.
You know what? I
flip it.
agree. I agree. If one person, oh, okay.
Oh, someone says save Ryan, and that we look mildly distressed.
The worst part about that, it just won't go away.
I'm
So
still.
I will say, the tip of my tongue is burny, and like right under my eyes, you know when it feels
Oh,
like someone's
sweaty.
blowing air on them.
Yeah, I got
I'm
that.
worried because I'm not feeling, other than like the
Well,
last.
he
Like,
took a baby bite.
I still took a.
Mine was
mine's the second biggest.
What's
Yeah,
worse is like,
Cerberus.
it gets more painful. hurts when I breathe. That's
yeah,
the issue.
the breathing
The
hurts.
breathing
yeah.
hurts.
Also, I don't think the beer helps. I think the beer just
No,
spreads
that's
it.
No, it's the worst. So I'm just
That's why I
drinking
decided. All right,
Me and
boys.
Ryan are idiots.
Keep it
Here
going,
comes-
Andy.
right
Are we
there with you,
talking?
brother.
No.
Okay.
We're
It's
we
time.
at this point in time we've tossed all of them. We're not quitting now. We'll do last dab because that is specifically meant to dab. But we're
Well,
tossing. them all.
they saw Zendat.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna combine
Oh,
7 and 8.
Okay. How much money to make Ryan drink the whole bottle of 10?
Number 10.
Yeah, 1G, baby. You put a G in our account. I'll drink your whole.
He's short.
He's going home with it, and he's not
Okay.
doing it in my
Guys,
house.
I will drink it right here.
I'll give you $1,000 if you drink this on stream.
Okay.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't.
Oh,
not
I have a
worth it.
lot of bills to pay though.
I don't have it, but I'll give it to you.
This is the start of Ryan's OnlyFans, and it's the least sexiest.
If someone thinks
Only
that there's
dab?
a market for me
Fuck.
drinking hot sauces and
That's
only
fine,
fans,
right?
let me know. Give me a heads up.
I'm actually scared of this one. So the next questions are really spicy, and I feel like they fit for the bomb. So
Oh, who's the kitty? Oliver.
Oliver,
Oliver,
he's my boy. He's my son.
Also, whoever said cloud cards way long ago about the D&D thing, that magic thing,
which one?
Oh yeah, fucking
like the universe beyond, like do all cloud cards.
you did like card captor.
Oh yeah.
Buy that in a heartbeat.
I would be in that. So just you know what? Just do clamp because you have way more to work with.
Just do cloud.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, we have hashtag only Ryans, and we have Misty Mountain is not liable for any debts that occur on stream.
But
Uh,
are they liable for any projectile vomiting?
no, but we have agreed to vomit on stream.
Yes, if it
can't let the
happens,
streams.
I made a panic
Stop
button.
giving me the chunkiest boy.
Here.
No, I got it. It's fine.
Don't touch that with your hands, man. Don't touch that with your
Well,
hands.
It's into my mouth, Terry.
I've been paper toweling it the entire time.
Yeah, you got it in paper towel.
I'm just gonna keep these over here.
It's annoying because the last wing has now faded, and I'm about to ruin my mouth.
It's faded.
Yeah, I'm
I
fine.
feel like
I'm back. I'm back in the fight.
It's coming back. I'm doing all right.
It's concerning. What is this for?
You're killing me.
I don't know. Whatever the fuck you want.
I have so many.
Terry's broken. He's on autopilot. He's just,
We're gonna have like 19 fucking paper towels.
Whatever you want to use it for,
Man,
right?
Sophie really wants us to puke.
You can. We'll do it. Well, okay. If anyone throws up, you literally have to come right here and throw up. You're not allowed to look down. Nope, not anything. Just stay away from the.
Hey, if you want me to puke on your floor, I'll do it.
I'm really glad I had that oat yogurt actually. 'cause
Shut the fuck
my
up,
stomach
Terry.
feels-
Terry ate 14 bowls of yogurt.
This gets way bigger. It was 2 bowls.
Fun Ryan fact: I'm a scream puker. So if I go,
I thought you said scream.
I'm a scream puker.
No, I know what he said.
Yeah, no, when I go, everyone here will know. You will all know. Everyone in this fucking building will know.
I'm sure everyone is so happy we're talking about puke so much.
That
Judging by ew, no.
4 boys, 1 bucket.
4 boys with
All right, boys. Is the bomb up?
yeah.
No, this is the point where we say we won't eat this until you join that. We're gonna eat it.
You may be asking yourself, "Where's the usual bomb? This is not the one you see on the TV."
That's right. It's the bomb evolution.
So this is a non-extract version of it. So it should taste better, but still kill us.
Yeah.
What's the Scoville, boys?
135,600.
That's only 40 times the first one.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. 40 times the second one. It's only 135 times hotter than the first.
The first one was nothing, so
So
zero
zero times
nothing.
no,
It
we're
doesn't
good.
matter. It's fine. It literally tastes like nothing.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it. So,
Wait, hold on. Do we want to get it?
going?
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
we're going. We're going. I'm going right now.
Let's do it. Oh, look at
I got my nose.
Ah!
that.
Now I'm not gonna do
Okay.
big ones
Okay.
anymore.
Okay.
Right then, let's do it.
It's fine.
I barely had a bite.
Well, it's not fine.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
Huh?
It's not.
I'm gonna have a little bit more for me, just to say I did more.
I'm waiting for it to.
Dane took a
I'm waiting for it
monster.
to kick. I'm waiting for it to kick.
What do you mean you're waiting for it to kick?
No, we got a countdown. Oh no, don't do it to us, existential.
Fuck.
Why am I holding it in my mouth?
Holy fuck.
Terry, hold up your bites.
Yeah.
Let's show. This is
Yeah.
what
I
type.
took a bite. All right. All right. I took.
I got a little nibble.
Brian looked at it. Oh,
I don't need anything. I'm
You
not.
lemon yet? You have.
I haven't done shit. I'm going raw.
I'm gonna do a lemon.
Oh, fuck one.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh.
Fuck me. Fuck me. Okay. Oh,
On screen? There's so much movement. Ah.
You ever seen videos of people getting pepper sprayed and they like start running around? That's what Ryan's doing right now. Well, question.
it doesn't get better.
Question time.
It doesn't get better.
You're the Scott Evans. You said it.
What do you want? What's your anime hot take, Dane?
It's bad. I don't like anime.
The face you put to me with.
Right? She's running.
Oh, it won't stop.
I don't have a hot take on anime. Actually, you know what? I'll say it. It's the animation getting better by the day.
My problem is with anime.
There's, all... There's so much panting. Fuck!
Fuck. I was kind of wondering if they played it up.
I just can't.
They just so spit.
Everyone from Newfoundland, I'm doing you proud.
Oh, it's good.
I'm sorry. I'll come back. Fuck me. I'm lightheaded now.
Oh.
Ah.
I blow my nose a lot.
Yeah, I don't want to blow my nose on stream.
Weirdly enough, hates Gundam. Okay, so about Gundam, we're gonna talk about. I love Gundam. I love giant robots. Gundam, you really have to curate what season you watch. Like, you really think that all seasons would be the same, but every different Gundam really has its own qualities to it.
I think you might have the same hot take I do in this one.
Yeah, it's not like you have to be careful what Gundam you watch. You might not like all Gundam, but don't be afraid to give Gundam a chance. Like, if you like the new one that just came out, Witcher Mercury. If you like anime school and it's really great, and it's more like modern.
No.
Gundam Wing is what I grew up on. It's very
Same.
and like
Same hot take. Yeah, same hot take. Same hot
Gundam
take.
Seed is trash, and I
Still
don't know why
making me
they're bringing
laugh.
a new season back.
Because when I laugh,
Oh,
I
that's
bleed
your
my
hot take?
tongue.
They're bringing back a third season of
Oh, I don't care.
Seed
Doing
20
normal
years
things.
later.
I love
Bullshit.
it. I love
Yeah.
Gundam Wing.
We
Great show.
did
I watched it as a kid, grew up with it. It has the worst story of any Gundam series.
Yes, Gundam like
Worst story.
Hero Yui just slaps her or whatever he does.
He does do that.
Sophie, for you, we will bottle our sweat and tears.
Oh my god. Here's the thing. Oddly,
Gamer boy bathwater.
Give her boy pain water.
that was bad. That was bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. In all honesty, I think.
Hey, Perry, don't
so much
worry.
Worse.
The next one's 6 times more than that.
That's cool.
Ah!
All right, it's balancing out.
such a painful silence.
We're coming back.
We're getting a Neon Genesis.
Oh, sure.
Question.
Okay, summarize the anime in one sentence.
I think I can. It's going to take a second though.
Important.
Sad boy with father issues, comma.
For me, it's like very important anime, but why? Like, the story is so.
I think it's a defining anime for me, if I'm honest.
Well, it is. Like, once
Like,
again, back
it
then. it was-
defined my love for weird in a lot of ways.
Well, that's a Terry thing.
Yeah, so I love Neon Genesis. I love Evangelion. It's so good. I don't think I should recommend it to anyone, but
I want Dane to explain Evangelion.
Sad boy with
Uh,
daddy industries. What would be
start a new
Christian?
podcast.
Yeah,
What do they want me to do?
yeah. Explain Neon
Explain.
Genesis eventually.
Okay,
It's about
it's about.
Twitch Night Robots, all right? Just
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Cool. I
Um,
just want to give you something.
I want someone to clip this and make a point system for how many people went off screen.
so
You went to
it's
the mill.
neon,
You broke.
Let him do his bit.
neon.
Genesis Evangelion.
Okay, so it's about a preacher in one of those mega churches,
Okay. Okay.
in Vegas,
Okay.
who loves old Sega games.
Nice. Okay. That's
You know what?
It's true. But the church is a robot.
It's weird because every time I breathe in, it like picks back up.
Do you have milk?
So
Not yet.
I haven't touched it.
I haven't touched the lemon. Neither has Terry, I believe.
I haven't touched the lemon. I haven't touched the milk.
I'm screaming, but I'm tough.
I'm not doing the milk until the end. That's why
I'm actively working
can't-
against myself by
it's
drinking
creating
beer.
so much saliva.
No water, no milk, just beer.
Every time I drink a beer, everything gets worse.
I do that, but I feel like I should keep drinking anyway.
I'm also my only one little beer.
All right, boys. I'm setting a
We got
timer.
more questions, right? Oh, they're doing predict with experience. Will anyone throw up on camera? Oh my god, I love this. Sophie's coming for us. That's okay.
Okay, audience. Which one of us is the weakest link, you think? And how
Oh,
is it
sorry.
not me?
Our anime hot take question was from our friends at Thunder Geeks over at Thunder Bay. They gave us that
Barry
question.
said like he's dying.
Yeah, I don't like anime.
Dave hasn't really given it a shot.
I never got a choice
Oh,
or like to extrapolate on that. I know that there's probably anime out there that I like or I would like. My problem is that I get really uncomfortable with a lot of different themes,
I'm good. I'm good. I'm so good. I'm so good. Great.
specifically like objectification of women and sexualizing children. They make me really uncomfortable. And I find that it's kind of like a bread and butter of a lot of anime.
Not all of them.
No, not all of them. Actually, you're right. Let's get rid of it.
We're like a 60-40 split.
Yeah, and I know that, but it's like for me, I mean, I grew up watching like Dragon Ball and Pokemon.
Never
I know
seen-
they're not.
Pokemon's great. All right, you got questions, sir?
Do you think Goku and Chi-Chi have a good sex life?
I don't know who either of those people are.
Yes. Yeah.
I think Goku's a selfish lover.
Oh no, I think Goku just has to lie there though, or like the Earth will be split. in
Yeah, that's
half
my
or something.
opinion. Since
Yeah.
you brought up Dragon Ball, I figured it was a good point. To ask that
I
question.
mean, like if we're gonna be honest, I think it's very similar to like Superman. I think he's got to be. I think the sex probably takes a back seat
yeah.
to care.
Yeah.
And making sure that Goku doesn't.
Is Goku very caring?
He can be, but only on certain things.
Fair.
He sometimes forgets his own strength, was probably
You
an
got-
issue.
All
One
right,
more-
guys, hit us with questions. You or stream, I don't care.
I have other
You
one.
need to answer.
Sophie gave us this one. What is something you really don't like about tabletop RPGs?
In
Oh,
general,
long turns take sometimes.
That's fair.
Like I get distracted. So when we're doing high level combat,
Oh,
everyone's turns taking
this is
15
my
minutes.
bad.
I get
Fucking get
I
rid
get
of this
bored
garbage.
sometimes.
Oh.
I don't like that I can't play them all the time.
Um,
That moment where I finish and I have to wait, or the fact that everyone has schedules, so we have to keep missing games.
For me, it's, and this is just my narrative preference.
Back.
I don't
Not
like.
talking about Black.
oh my, we can talk about Bio Black. This is plus. Miss Mouse says plus 18. We can talk about Bio Black.
Goku's a shit dad too.
Piccolo's a good dad though. Piccolo's the good dad.
Once again, me and Terry are gonna make our own anime boy podcast
Good.
someday. We have
Can't
enough
get distracted. I've already forgotten what the original question was.
What's
There's no original question.
there's no. We're just asking more questions. What was
No.
the, what was the Bible Black question?
Why we hit on
we were literally
TTRPGs?
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I actually
That's your
forgot the
fault.
question.
I was literally answering. I was in the middle of the question. You just started yelling about anime again. This is why we can't talk about anime. For me, I don't. Again, narrative preference. I don't like that a lot of TTRPGs don't have a satisfying. Like there isn't a satisfying ending or like even a middle. I don't like it. It's just like that person is dead now. Okay,
It's fair.
cool. Like
Yeah, it's like fuck my agency, I guess.
trying to think.
or even just like I don't know. Like there's. I mean, one thing I'm really mad at you about
Yeah. What's up?
is
Hey.
I was building characters in our epilogue for Rise of the Rune Lords,
Yeah.
and I gave Terry the reins to sort of like finish my story, and he just killed half of the NPCs that I introduced over that point to be like,
What?
They're dead.
I don't remember doing that.
Yeah,
When did that happen?
it was
You were hammered.
you killed like the like automaton dude that we
There's
introduced.
story reasons for it.
I hate that you killed my orphans.
There was good story reasons. I enjoy. Hey, okay, fair.
And it's like I don't mind that they died, but like
And see,
I was
the
looking
game is the
for the
salty-
cleric
yeah, the
with
salty
wish.
thing. There it was. It came out at the end.
I
But I
couldn't.
think it was combat. Wasn't combat.
I don't care. It's still
Someone
salty.
brought back. Where's
What?
powerful? That was a very unsatisfying ending to like year long campaign. I was like the only one who just got fucked and was like, you cannot change that.
Yeah.
So that was very dissatisfying for me.
Fair enough. Fair. Hey, you know what? It wasn't
You
just
killed
me
the
GMing.
orphans, and then when I tried to bring them back,
Both
like,
me
no,
and
wish
Dane.
them-
Not all of them.
Both me and Dane GM'd
Little
the
bit.
end of that story, so it's
Oh.
both of our faults.
my orphans.
I wasn't there.
You weren't,
Ryan was pulling strings behind the.
but we did better. I'm doing way better with Return to the
To be
Root.
fair, you also brought orphans to the final battle as a.
Why
No,
did
they
you?
were the orphanage was killed when we failed to fight underground.
You literally bought. Yeah.
No, because they were all dead.
Oh yeah, you did kill all those orphans.
Yeah.
You brought them to the final battle.
all those dead.
It was literally the building of the orphanage.
Yeah, the orphanage was blown up, and you were like, magically can never be rectified.
You brought orphans to the final battle, though.
I had no orphans to bring.
You did.
Oh, anyway, what's the thing we hate about tabletop RPGs? What'd you say?
Orphans,
You just
I
hate
think,
me
is
and
what
like
we're
No. It's like
Fine.
in Rise of the Rune Lords,
now, boys.
it's just like Rise of the Rune Lords literally
There's
has
no
like
truth
things
in
where
the
it's
heat
just like
rings.
they try so hard to be like dark and gritty and like gloomy. And
So apparently it went to ad break and came back to me yelling, "They killed my orphans!"
I scratched myself with my saucer hands, and now my skin is burning.
I don't know what I hate about tabletop because
I'm starting a timer for 5 minutes. As soon as that 5 minutes goes down, we're
we'll do
moving
the next
on.
one. Here's the thing, like,
From this question or to the next song?
well, here's the thing.
sauce.
The thing I like about tabletop RPGs is like I like a
Oh, really?
lot, so many aspects of it. I love the crunch. I really
I
do.
would say I love the crimes.
Crunch. I like the crimes too. The crimes are fun.
I feel good now. I'm back.
I'm
I
back
like-
in it too.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm just sweaty and spitty.
So normal.
Yeah, I'm normal.
Okay.
I don't really have an answer to it because it's just like the things I don't like also are the things I like. And that's really hard to kind of explain.
Hey, who's Kyle? Hey.
It's fine, fuck my answer.
No, we can yell at
No, it's all good.
Terry. Don't get like that. Continue.
No, I don't I like really it's just like it's weird because I don't the things I like and the things I dislike are kind of the same, right? So it's like all kind of gets in a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Ryan, did you have one?
Yeah, combat takes too long at high levels. Just cast spells, do it fast.
I agree.
Who cares? Live or die by the roll of the dice.
Man,
That's more of a player thing than a game thing.
Well, okay.
Being ready for your turn.
Yeah,
Being ready
yeah.
for your
See,
That's nothing to do with TTR.
You know what?
That's people who the second they finish rolling their dice, they pick up their phone and be like, what just happened?
Yeah, you know what? There it is. All right, fuck that about tabletop RPGs. If you want to look at your phone, fine. Don't care if you want to pay attention.
But at least have an idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
No,
Hey.
have your turn ready so that way when you're called, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, let me see what my spells are.
And
No,
like,
fuck off.
it's always gonna happen at some point.
No,
it's fine.
It shouldn't happen.
It
though.
can happen once or twice, but if it's every turn, every time,
I get really distracted, so some of that's on me, but I hate it.
The spice is bringing something out in me, boys.
I wish Wizards of Sauce was here. I don't think they are though. They're too busy off gallivanting on the East Coast.
Fuck that.
I don't know.
So after this one, I have like one big one.
Wash your hands with soap. Yeah, I know. I'm worried that I'll touch something worse than my eyes.
I cut some jalapenos before I flew up here, right before I flew up to Toronto. And all night, I just kept on getting jalapenos in my eye, even at like hours have passed. So I
Hey.
get it.
So here's the thing: the bomb is faded. I'm okay. It's
Yeah,
just,
I
like,
think
I
good.
still feel.
If we stopped right now, I'd be good.
fucking let's go. Let's do it.
No, we still got 2 minutes 50. We have 2 minutes 50. Oh
We're moving
god.
in. We're moving in.
Go. Let's do it.
I want to see real bites, boys. No nibbles. I don't want to see nibbles.
Have we talked about the sauce I put on the screen?
Oh
No.
shit, no, we haven't.
Boop.
This is pucker butt pepperco.
I love that they're rubbing it in. Our butts are gonna hurt tomorrow.
Unique.
Please
story,
don't say rubbing it in and
Already bit. Already bit it.
6,040. No, how do I say this? 600.
642,000 Scoville. Let go.
Let's go.
Already bit it. I'm already going. I'm on the way. I'm on this train. It's not stopping.
That's actually kind of tasty.
Actually, it's good. It's really good.
I know it's gonna.
No.
Yeah, there it is.
It comes in up the.
It's the breathing that's the problem.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it.
Don't breathe.
The bomb was
Into the
way
nose,
worse.
up to the mouse.
The bomb
No,
was
you
way
said it now.
worse.
So
Nah, dude, my tummy's already upset. I can't taste this yet.
You say that now. See the
No,
worst thing
I'm
is,
standing by it.
you guys keep making me laugh. And every time I laugh, I breathe. Every time I breathe, I die.
This one didn't sneak up on me. The bomb is way worse.
Say that now.
I do. I am like, but it's
No, I agree so far.
yeah. I'm like right where I am. Like,
I kind of actually regret not taking another bite of that because that was tasty.
Let's taste you.
I still have mine. You want some of mine?
Don't do it yourself.
No,
Play safe.
I'm gonna be smart.
Like,
I'm
I'm
just
just
scared because I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
It comes in, but
It's at the back of my throat this time.
I actually like the taste of that one.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
That's actually really
So
tasty.
the bomb, not running, so the bomb was worse.
The bomb was far
The
worse.
bomb,
Holy shit!
Oh,
Like,
it's building on me.
it's definitely.
I'm gonna wash my hands with soap.
like it is spicy.
Shout
Don't
out
get me
to the
wrong.
chat.
It's like it's fucking
I
spicy,
took a much bigger bite this time.
and it's probably hotter than the bomb because it does taste spicier. But the bomb just hits so different. All right,
Yeah, that was
you guys ready for this one?
for me. It's all in the back of the mouth. So
All right, I'll wait. I'll wait till we chill. I'll wait till we.
I can't talk.
Guys, if you want honesty, now's the time to answer those.
So that's why I have a question. I have such a good question
Yeah,
right
give
now.
me Terry.
I feel pretty good. I'm worried.
What's
What
up,
is-
Diabs?
What is something you have never told anyone?
I'm a pretty open guy, so we think.
Yeah, no, that's why it doesn't have to be. It doesn't even have to be a saucy thing, but it is a kind of an interesting question. And this is from Ghostfacers. They gave us this one. This was
All right, you start, Terry.
I don't fucking know.
You're the one who's seen all the questions.
know,
You should
but-
have answers.
I was so busy just correlating them, I didn't actually think about them. Oh, there's a lot of spit. One better.
New question. What's your sin number?
69.
666.
You know what? I have never told anyone my sin number. There you go.
That's true. That's fair.
That's really not true.
Government workers on the phone.
Like
Yeah.
verbally.
I guess, but
I have to say it sometimes on the phone to CR. Oh no!
See, I don't know because like me and Dane literally have a podcast where we talk about like everything.
our most gratuitous sexual moments.
It's not
I,
even
like-
have to be sexual. It could just be a
No, but I mean,
story
like-
you've never said or anything like that. You know.
You know me. I tell all my
Yeah, I was
stories.
gonna say there's no story now.
Love
That's
stories.
Trying to. I'm digging.
How's this for content? I was just
Yeah, it's a
staring
good-
at the ceiling.
It's a good question with a bad question.
Yeah, it's a sauce. It was the sauciest question I have. Except, like, it's right up there with Sophie's question, which is way saucier, which I didn't even want to do. It's
Hit
like,
us.
what lie has haunted you for years?
A bunch.
These were all like really spicy questions. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't really lie. When I was a kid, I made a lie about how I was really cool. I was at summer camp, and you got these really cool like gift bags when you left every like evening, and everyone was so hype about them. So I, for some reason, wanted to be cool. So I told a bunch of people that like I took an extra one because like I'm a badass. I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
But I guess the camp counselors heard about it and to teach me a lesson, pretended someone had stolen them and like pulled me aside and were like, we heard you stole them. And like I had to be like, I lied,
for a
I
lemon.
didn't. No, Terry.
Have you not lemoned
I
yet?
haven't touched anything, nor will I.
It's just my lips hurt. So
Hey, if you do it, then I'll win. So
you know
it's
what?
okay.
Fair. I'll
Do it, Terry.
No, the peer
I
pressure.
didn't know there was a game.
Yeah.
When you drink milk, you fail.
I didn't know that.
It's how it always is.
I'll paint it in a sort of positive light. It's like those moments in your life where people approach you for things and you just sort of like lie about not being good at something or lie that you didn't do certain things. You devalue yourself just because in the moment you feel awkward or you feel like uncomfortable to say about it. You miss opportunities because you're like, why didn't I just say the truth? Or why didn't I hype myself up a little bit? Like, why did I just be like, no, that isn't me. And you miss out on stuff for not just being confident and just speaking the truth.
If one of us was gonna, or you guys, you got
No,
I don't know. Like
we can simmer on it for a bit. It's a big one. So
I think I've reconciled a lot of the big lies that I've told. I'm not I'm not a big liar. Like I'm very, very upfront, honest about shit. So like
yeah.
I think it would be along the same lines of like Ryan. I like maybe I'd like maybe there were times where I'd lie to myself in order to give myself more value in other people's. Like said I was happy when I wasn't. Like,
yeah, that's deep. Yeah,
Right?
no,
All that kind of
100%.
stuff of
Yeah.
being like I think, sometimes you're in a relationship for too long or you should have called it quits earlier than you did, and for whatever reason you've told yourself a lie that
No, I
like,
have
no, this is okay, it's good. Like you
No.
convince yourself of that. I think that
no straight up. I was in a toxic,
honest with yourself.
super toxic relationship
Damn.
like that, where it
You
was just-
pretended Dimebag Darrow was your cousin to miss out on tests. That's wild.
Whoa.
I Dimebag, rest in peace. I'm amazed and impressed, and I think he'd appreciate it. So
it wasn't necessarily okay. If we're gonna go with this one, and this is not something I'm proud of, but I was a teenager.
Yeah.
My mom had to get a cyst removed in her breast, and had to go in like for surgery and get it removed, because they were like it could be precancerous, and I used that as an excuse. I beefed a math test so hard, and I used that as an excuse, and I was like, sorry, I'm just like I went up to the teacher afterwards, and I'm like I know I didn't do well.
Lie to your professor. Education is a scam.
Like I fucked up the test because like I'm just really, really worried. And not that I wasn't worried.
yeah,
But, like,
you over.
It definitely was not like it was just I just didn't know the
and
shit.
it wasn't the reason you beefed the exam.
Yeah.
I actually
BC
seem to have one actually.
I do get haunted by that, right?
I'm not.
Well, not someone on the Honda. I do have one that I've never told before. It's kind of a little saucy, but it was the time when I decided that I was going to drop out of college. Because it was a really weird time for me. I was there was a girl I liked, and she was or loved. I would say we were in a relationship where she was going to California. I kind of fall behind, kind of create what career I'm doing now. It was a moment where I decided that I was going to drop out of college and go do that. And so like it was like I wasn't doing well in the class, so I just decided to not show up for the final and go play Yu-Gi-Oh.
I've skipped so many finals, baby.
And I was just like, I guess this is just. I was like, and I kind of did it on purpose because I wanted to make sure I would never go back.
Yeah.
Which is such a fucked up kind of thing to do, but hey, that's what happens.
Yeah.
There you go. Story no one's ever heard before.
Be
I
honest,
played Yu-Gi-Oh when I had a final.
be honest with yourself. That's all we ask. No quest.
Yeah, there you go. Whew. Ooh.
Honest to yourself and lie to everybody else.
I guess you're not stabbing then, are we?
We are. No, they
Oh,
was
no.
opposite, and then
You
we
saw
got.
that, and then you add more.
Oh no! All right, you know what? Fuck me up, Dane.
That's what it's supposed to be.
I didn't know.
And this
You
one,
put
boys, we're eating the whole wing.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. Let me take this little one.
Are you sure you want to do
No,
that?
I'm gonna
Dave?
give Ryan the little one.
Thank you. I'm a little.
Well, we have had hashtag Save Ryan in here a bunch, and also hashtag Only Ryans.
I don't know if we're gonna eat the whole one.
I'm not eating that one.
We probably shouldn't.
We probably shouldn't.
We should
but,
stab.
hey, there's a lot of things we shouldn't do.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Would you rather be transported into one of your past campaign worlds or transport a character from a campaign into this world?
Oh, I'd rather transport someone here because at least I can transport someone non-hostile.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you want to go elsewhere because at least I can learn magic, I guess. But I guess I like it here a little too much
Yeah.
right now, so it's hard to.
I would.
Magic's tempting though.
I want to be like bring Short Jack in, but
Yeah.
then I think scientists would like dissect him, and it'd be awful.
And again, you also have like things that are items that will just straight up eat you. There's a lot of horrible ways to die in Pathfinder, and if you're just a
Again.
normal person,
It would
Okay.
depend on who like is Paizo God because like their universe is much different than like what Terry runs. and
Yeah,
what-
yeah, that's
what
fair.
I run.
No, it's our campaign. Someone says eat the whole wing. If 3 people join our Patreon right now, I will eat the whole
Or
wing.
if at least everyone in the chat who
I'll do it
followed us or subscribed to us, please do that. Please
Dane will check right now.
we'll keep it on our Patreon. Like I will do
one Patreon.
No,
No, three. I got three.
3.
One, I'll do it. I'll eat a whole wing. You can watch that happen. I'll sauce it up real good.
Do we get an email alert when people sign?
That's $3.
I don't know how accurate it is. so-
$3 to kill Ryan. That's the best deal you'll ever have.
I will say, like, out of the between the last wing and the bomb is the fucking off.
The bomb's the one I've struggled the most with.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah.
It-
Honestly, this
it has
is
a
surprising.
reputation.
Although it is still going to a certain point.
This one's the longest one.
Yeah.
I think
This-
it also.
this was hell.
Yeah,
To be-
that one
to be fair,
was.
I think this is
Worse.
better than the bomb. I think the bomb just punches you in the face.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think this is someone like poking at you for a long time.
Yeah.
With a really hot poker.
Yeah.
This one is just someone just went.
Yeah.
Like I get it lives up to that reputation. It
Harry.
was brutal.
Do you have questions for the 10th?
10th?
No.
No, I don't have nothing for the 10th.
Okay, so we need the people in the chat to hit us.
I
With
figured this was gonna be
questions.
like
See some
fucking
good
done.
ones. Let's get some
We're not
good
gonna look. We're gonna gear up to do this.
All right.
It's our last one. This is sad. I've been having fun.
No,
I've been having a good
It's
time.
been a blast.
Y'all,
I guess we should let's do a little. Well, before we get into, let's do a little promo.
yeah.
We
sure.
haven't really talked about the show a whole lot. We're No Place for the Wicked. If you're just joining us, we are a Starfinder actual play show. If you're not familiar with Starfinder, it's Paizo's space opera.
Justice. Sorry. Justice here.
You got it just in time for the last
Just have
win.
to watch us fucking die.
It's Paizo's space opera system. It's a fucking blast. It is
It's
so
so
much
good.
fun. It's there's so much flavor in it. We release every other Wednesday. We are nearing the end of our first campaign. We're in sort of like the final act of our first campaign. So there's a lot of stuff to listen to. We got about 45 episodes out right now,
Yeah.
ready for you to listen. So it's definitely bingeable. I've been really, really proud of the
Ugh.
boys, and
We've been really proud of Dane. Dane homebrews the campaign.
He does
See the
such a
win.
phenomenal job.
It's
thank
a
you.
fucking incredible job. We have so much fun doing it. We won 4 awards the last few months.
Yeah.
We won Best New Player, Best DM, Best New Production, Best Villain at Gen Con, which we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
We were voted in the top 10 best actual plays of 2022 globally.
Alongside,
NADPOD, Dungeons and Daddy,
Yeah.
Class Canon. Like, absolutely wild. We did our first live show this week.
Yeah, that was a fucking
And
wild,
So
great.
much fun.
So much fun.
Pitch the other live show.
Yeah, we're doing another live show. So if you guys haven't been to Off World Bar, if anyone's here from
Yep.
Toronto, it's a sci-fi themed bar. It's a lot of fun. The cocktails are amazing. The people that work
Such
there
a
are
cool
amazing.
vibe too. It's
So-
great.
Yeah, it's done up like a spaceship inside. They have like all the weapons from your favorite sci-fi games, like hanging in racks on the walls. We're gonna have control of far more lights than we should ever have control of, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
What date is
September
that?
17th. It is a Sunday. It's at 7:00. The show is free, and it's gonna be a blast. So please come.
I won't be there, so go replace me.
Brian won't be there, so you have to be the fourth person on stage.
We got this. It'll be great. It'll be such a fun time. Please come.
Yeah,
Uh,
so
Please.
We would absolutely love for you to hang out with us and listen to us. And most importantly, one of the things I'm most proud of this show is our Discord community.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
It's one of the coolest things about this show is we made the Discord because we were like, it could be fun. And the people who have joined it and the conversations that happen there and the fan art we've gotten, I think if
Yes,
Nitlin
man.
is still here, Nitlin has done.
oh my god, Nitlin is an incredible artist,
Terry
incredible
has-
person.
I have it on my wall.
Terry has
Still.
artwork
Yeah.
from them that
They did
hangs on the wall.
art so good that Terry immediately was like, "Send it to us in Canada."
Yeah, no, I paid her for it and I had it sent and it's on my
Really?
wall and it's kind of like a milestone almost. It feels like a milestone to me that you drew that. It's been great. And
Yeah,
I
it
love it
was.
so much. So thank you.
Justice.
If you're in the
Girl,
chat, thank you so much.
Boxless, everybody here who's on the Discord, you're fucking angels. Again, shout out Boxless. If you look at their podcast, Carrying Wayward, it's amazing. They're an angel human given fleshy form. I don't know how you exist and you are so wonderful. Everybody, really, just so many cool people. Misty.
Yep.
You guys
Yes,
are incredible.
and yes. Now, at the end of that, huge thank you to Misty for putting putting
Misty
Misty on Gaming
Some person named Misty.
for putting this this stream together
Yes,
with us.
thank you.
It's been a blast.
Thank you
And-
for seeing potential in our little show and giving us some support and some exposure. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just being really cool and the awesome dice we roll every week.
What
And
does
just
that mean?
what do you mean? What do you
with
mean?
that being said,
What do you mean?
let's take a look at some of the questions.
If they're here's the thing, like
Also, shout out to Canadian Podcast Awards. for
yes,
having us every
100%. You guys
because
have been great.
this weekend has been wonderful. Just everybody, y'all are great. We're fucking blessed. What is it? What do you mean?
So
What do you mean?
in tradition, we have tossed this final wing in the last dab. The Scoville rating is quite literally to be determined. They do not know. Oh my god.
Did you get something in your eye?
No, I was gonna
Oh
sneeze
no!
and then almost rubbed my nose.
I'll let you do it.
Here's the thing, like all the heat leading up is taking so much energy out of me.
Honestly, I'm fucking vibing right now.
It's taken so much away from
I'm
me.
back in the fight. I don't feel. I think we've given too much space.
Like I feel.
I think if
okay.
we do this again, I think we put a timer and we go.
Oh no, then we'll die.
I feel
Hey.
okay. I just feel tired. I need a nap.
Just because I'm not dead. I guess we'll answer these when we eat this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pound in the questions. We'll try to rapid fire them while we're dying. What are we doing, boys? Just gonna
Well,
go
first and foremost, we're doing party lights.
party lights. I don't know if you can see them.
Party lights. And then we're getting in it.
Once again,
If
Patreon.
you don't
Oh,
bite,
also, yeah, hold on. We
Oh, I
please
touched with my fingers. Oh no.
follow us. Listen to the podcast, please. Buy dice on Misty Mountain. You get 10% off with No Quest 10. Join our Patreon. Come to our live show, and we fucking love you. All right.
Yeah,
Here's the thing. I'm doing my dip section down, so my tongue gets the full effects.
I will still
I'm just
finish the
gonna eat it
whole
so it
thing and
doesn't
still
drip off,
follow
'cause
us on
I
Patreon.
put a
Thank you.
stupid amount on.
Okay, let's go.
all right, boys.
Let
Love
us
you.
know if you followed us. Bye.
Cheers. Oh no.
Ooh,
Oh no.
What do you mean?
Oh no.
it's bad when it's really spicy the second
Yeah.
it hits.
Uh,
I'll watch my
Actually,
hands. Ah!
I put so much on me. Let's go.
One whole wing.
One
Whole wing.
Or wait. Did we get three? Oh no. Oh no. Holy shit.
You guys do the whole wing? We didn't even got.
Whole wing.
I'm not doing the whole way.
Whole wing. Oh, yeah, shit. Now you gotta do it.
Deal. No. No. Okay.
Ah!
What's the questions, guys?
Milk time.
I got a mouthful of
Don't show the beer.
This is the first glass of milk I've had in 10 years.
I'm going. Does the lemon help?
No. Ugh.
Ah!
I'm okay. Oh, it hurt. Wide open my mouth. Okay, let's go. Question time.
I'm bleeding.
Question time. I ate the full fucking wing and it was a bad call. Hardest moment in No Quest journey up until this moment, and what have you learned from it?
It's been the personal relationships.
Has it been the hardest?
Well, I think recently, Cody's, once again, I won't spoil anything. Cody goes through an emotional thing where we all have to work together to get him out of it and make realizations together. I think that's very hard. And then before that, there's a decision that Cody makes, which I think is in the end for the right, but the ethics is very gray and we all have different opinions on it and it gets iffy. It's never the combat, the dice to settle that. You can't be mad at the dice. It's how we develop and grow as characters on our own. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
Hey, what about you?
It's a question.
Hardest moment in No Quest and what?
Thank you so much.
You don't know? Are you a podcast?
You go.
Okay, I gotta go. The hardest thing for me, is like planning. I guess I don't believe in myself. So like when we're playing, like I made a gamble with Cody in the last arc, and like that stressed me out a lot.
Oh,
And like I got so many nice I got so many nice messages off people, so I know it was a good gamble, but like that stresses me out. I guess the thing to trust is to like believe in myself.
That was the worst one. You can't tell.
I'm basically the only person who's verbal right now.
What? The best thing about these campaigns is that
I got the mango sorbet.
we do, you know, it's about having three characters that genuinely love each other and genuinely want to interact with each other. It makes it so much fun.
Terry dropped his sorbet into his ice milk.
I don't care. It's good. I don't.
Every time you make me laugh, it hurts me.
All right. The sorbet's got me back in the fight.
Fuck you.
Sorbet.
No milk, no lemon, no sorbet.
Sorbet. So much.
Someone said no an award. He deserves it.
What was the question again?
Hardest moment, No Quest so far. What have you learned?
Hardest moment, No Quest so far.
Sorbet's so good.
Yeah, it's actually really tasty.
It's really helpful.
I got you all. I'm doing this for you.
Please.
I put the scary red.
Are you all eating sorbet?
Yeah.
Fuck that, man.
Dane, you're Dane. I can't remember who anyone is.
I feel like eating sorbet equals out to the fact that I ate the whole wing. Not many people.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I ate the whole wing and it was
Fuck that. No, I took a chunk and I made
Terry.
sure I understand. I made sure the dab was on the side my tongue hit. I don't care. I don't care.
I
don't
am
care.
no cast, sweet little prince, so this is fine.
Oh,
You've done really well.
I
Proud of you.
oh,
oh. I took it a big way. All right.
Hardest thing for No Quest for me is balancing the secondary characters. How much to give them time and space. How much people want of them.
I'm never gonna have a black nose again.
Oh.
And like trying to find ways to pepper in like short check. I wish I had done a slower burn.
No, he's great. You did great. 10 out of 10. It's phenomenal.
Give a bit more.
I yelled at him that one time.
All right.
I got one sec. Let me get my
Alright.
answer in because it's a little sappy. I'm sure it's something to do with me in some way or some trauma I've dealt with, but it's hard to believe that people enjoy listening to us. It's hard to do that, and it's hard to step outside of that. Where like sometimes when I hear people that they love the show and they enjoy it, it's hard to be like, oh yeah, I'm so glad. Like I am glad that you do. It's hard to believe it because probably something in my head, and that's hard to get around. And I'm getting better at it, and I'm glad everyone who listens to the show loves it. And thank you. And in a lot of ways, you're helping me too.
And we love you so
We
much.
love you all, and thank you for enjoying us.
Don't you
I
worry.
mean it.
You'll get a big boy
That's
hug
what-
on cam before we sign off.
That's the toughest thing for me.
Why have I not had anything?
I'm so proud of you.
No, good job.
So dumb.
I would love sweet bacon.
The thing is, like,
let's go.
It gives temporary relief,
It sure does.
and then like
I'm not gonna
It's
say,
like-
guys. I'm back in it.
Oh no! I just like it's like I coughed and it came back up. Oh.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
I hope my answer made sense.
When this comes out of my body, I want to die.
Yeah,
Yeah, not to
let's-
take away from Terry's sweet moment. We love that.
I know. I just hope my answer made sense with what I'm saying. The spiciness makes it hard to put words together.
No, I love it. I think you
We're
did a
four
very good
best
job.
friends who get to make a show together. It's really nice.
Do we have any other names before we settle on No Quest for the Wicked?
Oh, we
One,
got a
yes. And what were they?
You remember? I don't remember.
What names?
I don't
What are we talking about?
I kept coming up with stupid names like "Go Crit Yourself" and like I crit my pants.
I thought Tavern was gonna be the one.
Tavern was.
I liked it. I thought just not like spelt Tavern, but TRVN, like the.
I don't think we were gonna do that.
Hey, I hoped for it, but you know what? You came up with No Quest, and it was so good and worked. It is just temporary relief, though.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's not relief? Nothing.
What else is here before we just go lie down?
Yeah, I'm gonna. What else we got? What are your questions?
Ryan, our glass is fogging up.
No, they're just very dirty
Oh,
because I'm a mess.
And you've no more questions, Jerry?
I thought I wasn't expecting to ask questions after the last one because I was like, we were gonna be fucked. I am.
I'm good.
Oh,
All right, hit us. More questions before we call it.
I have another one from Sophie, but that's from for.
Do it.
This is
Yeah.
a Wing 6 one. What's the most embarrassing thing to happen in a tabletop RPG?
Um,
I'm listening.
It's about you.
What?
It's not that bad.
What the fuck?
You were describing a room, and instead of incense, you said incest.
yeah,
I
it smells like incest.
There's a smell of incest in the air. We're all like, what? Dane's peeing, not
Don't-
peeing.
Dane's gone. Hey.
Man, I feel drunk from the spice on that last
I have a head fire right now.
one. Most embarrassing thing. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Dane's
I guess
out of the
my
room,
incest
so if you
one's
want-
mine then.
incest was very good.
I'll run with that.
Dane's out of the room, so if you want any more quick anime hot takes, we're here.
Oh yeah, we got great anime hot takes.
If your characters were going to be in a video game, what kind of video game would it be?
It would be a sci-fi space epic that feels like Firefly, Cowboy Bebop, or Guardians of the
Merrick would be in Doom. He'd be fighting demons in space.
Cody would probably be in like
Friendship is mad.
Cuphead.
Cuphead. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
Smiling hurts. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so worried I have a goopy nose on camera.
oh, it's tissues.
Well, yeah.
What else we got? Oh, let me see.
Oh, I'm sorry if you got that audio.
What would Durin be in? What game? Splinter Cell.
Sly Cooper.
Splinter Cell would be rad. I would love
Cool.
that. Sly Cooper, Splinter Cell, kind of same thing.
Ratchet and Clank.
Are you guys just listing off old video games?
Actually, Ratchet
What-
and Clank would probably fit perfect for our game. In all
Okay.
honesty.
If Short Jack was in a game, what would it be?
Oh, I have another question actually.
Go for it.
Sure. I mean, answer the short jack question.
Mm,
We'll go on video game with Short Jack being.
Sly Cooper's actually a pretty good one. I'm trying to think
Second-
of.
Fair.
I said Sly Cooper, but
Come on.
yeah,
Like
they
second, that's a
they
lot.
weren't they weren't animals though. What was it? I think like maybe like Banjo Kazooie,
Yeah, go on.
right? Like I could see him like doing like the voice like the right? like the little ones like
I don't know. Man.
Oh
so
my
in
god,
Banjo,
that's
Banjo
so
Kazooie
good.
they didn't like
That's
talk.
so good.
They just had like so like Banjo was
It
like
does sound like Short Jack. voice.
yeah. So
it did. It was good. It was good.
Banjo was like when he talks in like the game, it's just like boom 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 boom.
I think that most of those voices are the same thing. They just up or low pitch it because
mean,
they didn't
they-
have enough space.
Sure.
There you go.
Rah.
Batman versus Superman.
How does Batman get prep time?
Yeah,
Who's writing the story?
Batman.
No, well, Batman's writing. Like that's my only answer. Who's writing the story? That's how you decide.
I think Batman, because in Batman versus Superman, he does win.
Yeah, it's so dumb. It's because the guy who wrote the story like Batman.
Yeah. See, Batman has no weaknesses, but Superman has kryptonite.
Except he's a dude.
Yeah, no. Again, dudes have no
But
weaknesses.
again, like how often, like
Realistically,
everyone's always like, oh, how much time does Batman get time to prep? It's
Yeah.
like
That means-
he's not gonna win.
that shows
He
that
loses.
Superman. Yeah, I assume Superman would win.
That's why my answer is whoever's writing the story.
Well, even just like
because it's just.
I think in Batman versus Superman, Batman has like one. I think he gets.
Why did you
Green,
say that name?
I think he gets Green Arrow. No, I'm talking about the comic.
Okay.
I think he gets Green Arrow to shoot him with kryptonite while they're fighting. It's like so
Yeah.
he definitely doesn't win. He has
Yeah.
his bud hanging from a fucking lantern.
Yeah.
Or not Green Arrow. Sorry,
It was
fucking-
Green Arrow.
Good arrow.
It was Green Arrow. He was missing an arm when he did it.
Who am I thinking of? Green Lantern. Is there a Green Arrow and a Green Lantern?
Yes, and they even have a team up comic.
Damn.
Called Green Boys.
Do they? Is it?
No.
Oh well, no, I can't answer that.
Yes, you can. What is it?
It's okay.
I want to know the question.
It's a pod secret. It was going to be a what have you not told anybody? But I can't tell them. It's a pod secret. It's the dumbest pod secret we have.
Okay.
We can't.
No.
Yeah, the Superman wins. Even like an arrow wouldn't hit him. He's so fast.
It's just like it's so weird because like my answer's still the same. Whoever's writing it decides. Fuck it.
Yeah, well,
If they like Batman enough, Batman's gonna win. Done.
I can't spill the pod secret.
Maybe one more question. If we get one more question.
I don't even know what the pod secret is.
I don't know either.
Oh, there is. Okay, here's what I will say.
We'll give you a clue to the pod
If
secret.
you are a very discerning listener and have listened to all of our collabs and
I know what you're talking about.
non-universe stuff,
Yep.
There's a
there is a secret
is a
joke.
pod
There is a
secret,
secret running joke.
yeah.
We won't say ever.
Where can everyone listen to our show?
Only
Everywhere.
We'll never acknowledge it.
Spotify. Good pods. Is that what,
Literally any podcasting app, I'm pretty sure we're on. You can. The best way to find us, just head on over to noquestcast.com. And there is a link to all the major ones: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, everything except Stitcher because it's gone.
Yeah, no, I think honestly, like everywhere. And if it isn't, let us know and we'll get it on there.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
I don't want to leave.
We have to leave now. It's been
We
2
do.
hours.
We do have to leave.
We do.
We've
Okay.
eaten all the sauces.
Thank you guys so much
Thank
for tuning in. On behalf of all of us, we really appreciate you guys sticking around and watching 4 silly men eat some spicy wings. Tune in. We have some exciting stuff coming up. This campaign, once again, is almost done. So a couple months and we'll be in our grand finale. So keep your eyes out for that.
Grand finale in a couple months.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe,
yes.
maybe, probably.
At some point.
Or we all die.
What are you doing?
You're trying to make a decision. It's taking over.
Only
It's done.
a year's a couple months. I don't know how long this is going to be. I actually know the least amount of all of us. I'm just winging it.
A couple months will be everything.
But yeah,
Just giving us an outro because we need a goddamn outro. We're just going to stand here all day.
please check us out. Give us a listen. Rate us 5 stars.
Next
join our
episode, one of
Patreon,
us dies.
Come to our live show. We love you. And hopefully we'll do more stuff. Thank you, Misty Mountain Gaming. We love you. Go
Yes,
buy some
thank
cool
you.
dice.
Go buy cool dice right now.
Cool
Cool
dice.
dice. Go look at cool dice. They're so cool. Love you. Goodbye. Good night. Have sweet dreams.
We love you.
Farewell.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Mwah.